people our age right now, late 20s, early 30s, do you have dad knowledge? Where did you get your dad knowledge? Or do you still look at your dad and think, how the does my dad know all this stuff?
Okay, you know how to use like basic tools, right? Like you know how to use like a screwdriver or like a hammer or a drill.
Yes.
Where did you learn that? Did your dad teach you that?
I mean, it's a screwdriver, Joey. it's a hammer, Joey. I don't think there's ever been an instruction manual to learn how to
think you
screw
can put that on the
something
resume.
No.
Welcome back to another episode of Trash Taste. I'm your host, Con, and once again, joined by the boys, Joey and Gaunt.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
It's been a little while since I've seen you guys.
Yeah.
You've been on your trips.
I've been on many trips.
You have gone on like back-to-back trips. I
did the RV trip with Ludwig, Pete, and Chris.
Yes.
And then immediately did a 4-day trip with my parents.
Blood's in a different city every day, bro.
So Mr. Worldwide. So that was fun. I'm kind of Japanned out now. I'm like, I've seen enough. I've seen enough.
You Japanned out.
For like a week.
Is that how Chris feels?
Yeah. I think so. That's why do you think he goes to like UK to be exiled for like 4 months?
Yeah.
He goes there and eats cheese.
All the camembert he can afford. And more.
Exactly.
But before I get into it, I took my parents to Kochi. And we were driving down to Shimanto. Do you know where Shimanto is?
Yeah.
It's like a really famous river.
Shimanto-gawa.
Yeah, for being like very beautiful. My parents are very sporty. I was like, we'll do some kayaking. But in Kochi, they're very famous for katsuobushi, which is like
bonito flavor.
Bonito, where it's like they light like a bush on fire and then lightly grill the bonito. It's very excessive.
It's like Moses bonito.
It's pretty good. Yeah. So like the outside is quite charred, but in the middle it's raw still.
Okay.
It's like flash burned.
Right. Like seared, I guess?
Yeah. And that's my second time having it. And it's very good. It's very like the outside is like a steak taste, but the inside is very like sushi.
That sounds lit.
Yeah.
So it's very nice. It's a good local dish. And I was like, we have to get this because I want my parents to try it.
Sure.
And I went to this fish market and just like randomly in the corner where I'm eating my fish, and it's like the dingiest like place. It's just like an old place. It's been there for God knows how long. Yeah. I see a 1-to-1 statue of Nanachi. In the corner.
Nanachi? Or Made in Abyss?
Made in Abyss.
Yeah, go to my Twitter. I showed the statue. A 1-to-1 statue of Nanachi.
What the fuck?
I didn't even know they made those.
Yeah.
Like this.
Oh, there it is.
Oh my God.
The fuck? Why?
Open up the pic.
That's sick. I want that.
And I thought like, maybe the author's from this area. And I Googled it, like, where's the author of Made in Abyss from? He's from like Kanagawa or something, or like that area. I was like, why is there a fucking 1-to-1 statue of Nanachi? And it was literally like in the corner, like these like obasan, like these 80, 70-year-old Japanese women are just making some fish. And in the corner behind them is just this giant 1-to-1 statue in a glass case.
Did they, was this like publicly available? Like, was this on sale?
No.
Or did they just like get this custom?
There was no other Made in Abyss things. It was just this.
Apparently, there's one massive Made in Abyss fan out there.
Yeah.
Number two, I actually thought Nanachi was smaller than that. I thought they were like kids and all that shit.
Yeah, I thought Nanachi would be like 2 feet tall.
She was like a good 4 feet.
God damn.
How tall is Nanachi? Can you Google this?
I thought she'd be like, I thought they'd be like Pokemon size. You know what I mean?
I'm like very far, like one of the most remote places.
Not how tall. I know, the question we all ask. 1.7
Bro, she
meters?
gaps me, bro.
Holy shit.
It's basically your height.
Yeah, basically. Well, okay, Joe. That's helpful. All right. I'm
but
only
1.3 without the ears. The ears do be counted.
Well, I'm in like one of the most remote parts of Japan, and I see this fucking cursed statue. What the fuck is that?
That's fucking insane.
That's so sick, though.
It's sick, but I was like, why? Why? How did this happen? Like,
I don't know.
Like, this place surely is like, this felt like when you're in there, you're like, this place is so old, this building. Yeah. Like, this building has stood the test of time. And then, I'm sure there have been many fads that have come and go.
Right.
Yeah.
Why this statue they decide should be immortalized in here? Because, everyone else, I was by far the youngest person in this building. Right. And it was like not even close.
Like I thought maybe at first it might have been like, because, they sometimes do that with anime where it's like if the anime is set in that real life location, then there's a lot of that anime's like stuff there. Like, if you go to like Chichibu, there's Anohana shit everywhere.
Chichibu been living off the Anohana royalties for like over a decade
I don't understand.
now, man.
But Maiden Abyss is not set in the real world.
I couldn't figure out why this was here, and I tried to like look for possibilities. I didn't want to just tweet it out and be like, everyone's going to reply and be like, well, obviously it's because the author's from there. So I looked at I tried to figure out why the fuck this was here.
Yeah.
And I couldn't figure it out because it wasn't even in like Kochi, which is a major city in Shikoku. It wasn't like in the city. It was a 50-minute drive out of the city, and I pulled off the highway to just find some fucking fish, and it was in the first building I could find.
Maybe the voice actress is from there.
Oh, it could be.
Or maybe there's just a big Maiden Abyss fan.
Yeah.
And then that prefecture just got like maybe some budget, and at the end of the tax year, they're like, all right.
To be fair,
do we know what to spend this money on? Because I got an idea.
I'll look it up right now to see if the voice actress is there.
When I met Daisuke Ono, he's from Kochi. And he said, he was like, I'm from Kochi. I'm like, oh, you must like katsuobushi. And he goes, sugu. He's like, how do you know that? Like it was some
like it's a fucking hidden secret.
But I think like when you it's cool when you go on Japan, you know this shit.
Nope, the voice actress is from Saitama. So it's definitely not that.
So I don't know why this was here.
Yeah.
No idea.
I do wonder, do you think every prefecture, every area in Japan, just like they got together and they're like, all right, we need our specialty thing, No,
they all just do it. Like they're all like, well, rice is taken. Well, maybe it'll be the third rice place. Yeah, I guess so. Because when I did my RV trip, we went around Nagano, and everywhere they were saying like, oh, we're famous for apples. I was like, nah, Aomori's the place.
I thought Aomori is the apple place.
Well, I think because they're like, we're also famous for it. And it's like, guys, come on now. You could have picked something
You're
else.
allowed up to like 3 prefectures, maybe.
Yeah.
But I feel like when I'm traveling across Japan, half the places I go to, they're like, we're famous for our rice and sake. I'm like, well,
you're in Japan, bro.
Well, come on now. So is everywhere.
Yeah, because I was like, what would be like?
So is, I don't know, the entirety of China.
Because like I'm just wondering, like, what would be like the fucking British equivalent? I have no idea what like.
We're famous for our pubs.
we're famous for
depression.
Yeah, depression.
We're famous for our rain.
Our stabbings here are like super fucking special compared to like the London stabbings.
Yeah, our mortality rate. We're the best known. Lowest mortality rate.
We'll fight over like who is like the best pasties. Like that's what we'll fight over.
Where would you say that is?
I thought it was Cornish.
Yeah, they'll say
Cornish.
It's but then
Cornwall's got pasties. They've got surfing, which is like you cannot go anywhere else in the UK.
What's Brighton known for?
Being gay.
People, isn't it?
that's kind of Well, it's kind of what it's known for.
That's kind of lit until
it's an icon.
Until Liverpool took that title for a while, but no one looks at
Liverpool took it.
Liverpool was like the gay capital for a while.
Wait.
Brighton or
what
something?
do you mean for a while? Like, was someone just like, oh wait,
that's enough. Pack it up.
Yeah, it's like,
I'm not that anymore.
Yeah, it's like Liverpool was just like, we'll be gay for a little bit.
Well, I remember,
and they'll give it back to Brighton.
I remember Liverpool got the award, but I mean, Brighton was the one who like popularized it.
Wait, who's giving the award?
I have no fucking clue.
They won
Can you search?
Is there like a gay minister in the UK?
Can you search gay capital of England?
Liverpool won like the European City of Culture, like when I was there a while
Okay,
back.
it is Brighton. It is Brighton again. But I remember Liverpool won it for a while or something like that.
What is the gayest UK city? London.
London. London. London's got a lot of things. They don't need that title as well. Us Brightonians, we need something, man. We need something.
Japan is like very good at this marketing of like things in the city. I mean, this thing that I wish that like Wales, I'm like, why didn't you do that? You could have done something. Why did you just do nothing?
I think that just
got a long town name.
I think that also just like speaks volumes of how much these like prefectural governments are just desperate to get people to come to their prefecture.
Yeah.
To be like, we need to be known for something. We can't just be like another prefecture that you can come and visit on the way to a big city. All
right, sell me on your home territory. Like if you had to like do the Japanese thing of being like, shit, we need the selling point to get tourism here. What are we known for?
Okay, well my hometown is Sendai.
Right.
Sendai is known for gyutan. We have the best gyutan in all of Japan.
Which
is really random. I know. Even I'm aware of that. I'm like, I mean, really, is it that much better than anywhere else? I'm not too sure about that. But we do have Zunda, which is made in Sendai, and that is specifically Sendai. You don't like Zunda?
I like Zunda. It's just such a meh thing to be known for.
Zunda is it's like you take edamame and you put a shitload of sugar in it, and then you mash it up. So it's basically like anko, but instead of soybeans, it's edamame.
It's better than anko, too.
It's better than anko.
So it's better.
All right.
So we have that.
Red bean paste for real got to be the most overrated mid dessert of all of history.
Zunda mochi. This shit, dude. My grandma hand makes this shit. It's fire.
Yeah,
so good.
Zunda's better than
Zunda's so much better than
red
anko.
bean paste.
So yeah, shout out Sendai.
All right. Well, let me tell you about Brighton. Okay. All right. Aside from, of course, being the gay capital, the real gay capital,
capital
of England. You know, we're a progressive city, but we have a beach. And it's not just any beach. You know, I know you're from Sydney, Joey.
We're talking about beaches.
I know you're from Sydney. You know, we're not trying to compete with all the other beaches in the world, because how many beaches can you say have a pebble beach? An all pebble beach. All right, sandy beaches. That's over.
Right.
Let's compare the pair. We'll look up Brighton Beach.
Look, that's all well and good, but where I'm from, we're good at teen pregnancy. So, kind of got you guys beat there.
Put that on the tourism board. Yo, number one in teen pregnancy.
Hey, yo, predators, what up? we got a place.
Is that the tagline for your town? It's like, if you're under 18, beware.
Oh god. Yeah, Pebble beaches have to be the worst beaches, hands down.
It is. But it holds a soft place in my heart.
It's pebbles.
Yeah, I mean, it is pebbles, but it was really nice for barbecues when I was growing up, and it always was a place to hang out when it wasn't fucking depressing.
I remember when I went to Brighton for the first time, and you took me to Brighton Beach, and I was like, why does it hurt?
Yeah, it just hurts.
It's like, usually I'm used to the beaches where it hurts because the sand is so hot.
Yeah.
But this one is like, it was like 22 degrees, and I'm like, why does it still hurt?
See, what they want to do is dissuade you from actually going in this water, because it's freezing fucking cold. It is a warning. It's a natural deterrent.
I'm like, bro, it's like the middle of July, and it's like, I don't even have a bead of sweat on my forehead.
But yeah, I mean, Brighton, in terms of like tourism, Brighton is like, you know, we shit on it. I like to shit on it because it's my hometown, it's definitely gotten up in like the British tourism ranking, because we get a fuck ton of tourists in the summer. So much so that we've built some like fucking, you know sometimes when they just build a tourist spot and you don't know why the fuck they built this tourist thing here. So search up the Brighton I-360. So this got built in Brighton like a while ago. It's and it's the most fucking
what is that?
Useless thing in the fucking world. It's an eyesore. I don't know who thought this was a good idea.
The ugliest thing in the skyline.
Yeah. So this entire thing.
Ugly.
Imagine the London Eye, right? It's basically a massive Ferris wheel. People complain about that being useless. So you take the London Eye, which is a Ferris wheel, and instead you just make a massive fucking pole with what looks to be like a supervillain base at the bottom, which is like a fucking 360 glass window, and it just goes a little bit high.
Yeah, this looks like the elevator you take to get to like Elon Musk's like SpaceX lair.
I've never wanted to be like the Tenga. You know what I mean?
This is the Sky Tenga.
Yeah, I've never wanted to be in a Sky Tenga.
Holy shit.
And I don't know why they use why the local council used their money to build this shit, because this is
Ferris wheels are cool though.
Yeah, Ferris wheels are cool.
I just put a Ferris wheel, bro. Everyone likes how a Ferris wheel looks.
Yeah, this is quite clearly like, you know, a tech bro fucking
they want it to be like modern or whatever.
Yeah.
We are like immune to building shit that's not fucking ugly and grey in the UK. I don't know why.
How big is this thing?
Like how big enough that you notice it?
Yeah, it's big enough.
Oh my god, it fucking sticks out. Wait, go back to the image. Look at this first image. Look at that. It just sticks out.
You don't understand. Everywhere you are in Brighton,
so
you can see this fucking eyesore, and it's just a massive dick that goes in the sky.
Oh my god.
And it's ugly as shit.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I fucking hate it.
Ugly.
I fucking hate it, man. I don't know who approved this shit. Get that shit outside of my city.
Yeah.
I would more happily take a picture in front of the burning building, which is the West Pier, which is another tourist attraction.
Japan is also obsessed with building towers in every major city.
Yeah.
Every city in Japan mostly has a tower of sorts.
Yeah, they have some kind of like Tokyo Tower ripoff, don't they?
Like
Sapporo
or just
has
kind
the
of
Sapporo Tower.
Sapporo Tower is actually not that bad. Out of it looks okay. The worst one, I think it's the which one is it? The Fukuoka one. I think the
Fukuoka Tower.
I think Fukuoka is bad. Is it Fukuoka I'm thinking of, or is it
Fukushima? That one?
No,
that one looks nice.
That one's kind of cool.
That's actually that one's
that one's cool.
That
Which
nice.
one am I thinking of?
Fukushima, maybe? Oh yeah, the Nagoya TV Tower. Yeah, that is the most like. Let me copy off your homework.
Well, that's what Sapporo kind of looks like.
That's literally the Tokyo Tower, but grey.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god!
And looks a little bit shorter as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait, what's below Fukuoka on the map? What's
below
that?
Fukuoka?
Is it Kitakyushu? No.
No, Kitakyushu is in Fukuoka.
What's
You're talking about
what's below it?
Oh my god,
Which side of
where Beppu is.
No, not Beppu. Other side. No. Can you go
Next
on the
to it?
map?
Nagasaki?
Map of Japan. No, that's too far. There's like a city just below.
Oh, a city. I thought you were talking about Prefecture.
Yeah, sorry, I'm fucking dumb. Go.
Yeah,
it's up there.
Dude, no. I'm thinking of Shimonoseki. Bro, it's got...
Kaikyo Tower?
Yeah, dude, look.
Kaikyo
This
Yume
tower looks like some shit out of like a villain.
It's like Gotham, dude.
Bro, I don't like how it looks.
What?
I know some people think that looks cool. When we were there in the city, I
just
thought
looks like
it
a
looked
dick.
bad. I thought it looked bad.
It's even got the knob at the top and everything.
Yeah, they've got a bell end.
It's a dick.
It was like thundering when we were there as well, and
Yeah.
it just made it look just like hideous. I don't know what it is like, and I don't know why some towers look slightly different. I'd be like, that looks so cool.
As if Yamaguchi Prefecture couldn't get a W already. Like,
Yeah. I mean, it's but every city has one. Every city in Japan has to have a tower for some reason. And it was probably built in the 80s when they had a lot of money.
yeah.
And now you're like, okay.
Now they're like,
cool.
well, this is just here now.
Cool. Oh, well.
This episode is sponsored by Shopify.
Joey, do the thing, Joey. Are you a business owner, Joey?
Absolutely, God. I have my own clothing brand. It's called Nonsense. And look, we came up with a bunch of amazing designs, but I had one massive issue. How am I going to sell
Where are you going to sell
all
it? Where are you going to sell it?
Yeah.
I don't know how to run a store. I don't know how to do e-commerce. That's why Shopify was there to help us.
Nobody does selling better than Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet, and the not-so-secret with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned and way more sales going cha-ching. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in the feed, and everywhere in between. Don't forget, the businesses that sell more sell on Shopify.
So as we said, if you're looking to start your own business, we run all of our clothing stuff from Shopify. At least I say we. But Joey, I can see you wearing the nonsense shirt right now, but I'm wearing the
Shopify.
I'm wearing the trash taste.
Yeah, the trash
shirt from
taste
the
stuff we did on Shopify.
Yes.
Nonsense we do on Shopify.
If you're selling stuff online, it's the place to go.
It's just the way to go.
Upgrade your business and get the same checkout that Nonsense uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/trash, or lowercase. Go to shopify.com/trash to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/trash.
Back to the episode. Sorry, I got it.
To the episode.
Is there like a tower or any kind of like monument in Wales where you're from?
We've got castles that are...
What's the
I mean, castles are cool.
Yeah, castles are cool.
Castles are cool.
I don't know if this is a controversial take. I think Japanese castles are pretty boring because they all look the same. There's no difference.
What about, don't the Western castles look the same?
No, because they're all different.
Really?
Yeah, because
I guess I haven't seen enough of them.
Like a Japanese castle, like the designs are all the same. Like I think if I showed you a bunch, you'd have, unless you knew your shit, you would have a hard time being like, knowing the difference.
I think it's because, not to necessarily come to the defense of Japanese
No, you
castles,
can,
but
you
like...
can.
You can.
Well,
This
no,
is the
because...
podcast.
You are Japanese,
Well,
Joey.
I don't feel that strongly about them, to be honest. But I think the reason why they're all the same is because those are the ones that survived.
No, because only like a couple survived.
Yeah, I know. And they all look the same because that's probably the design that stood the test of time,
most
right?
castles in Japan that you visit now are rebuilt.
Oh, yeah.
But like,
but I'm sure some of the smaller castles that they
you-
didn't bother rebuilding with
Right.
different designs, right?
But all like European castles are like, at least are very different looking. Like,
see, because in my head, I guess because I haven't seen enough European castles, in my head, all European castles look like, fucking Harry Potter. It's like, oh, you have the spires and like the big one, and like basically the Disney castle.
I don't know if I'm crazy. Maybe I'm being too harsh on Japanese castles. But
I don't know.
I was because when I took my parents around.
Can you show an example? Because growing up in England, I mean, castles look a little bit different. Mostly it's the size of it a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's either they're tiny or they're massive.
Yeah, you can have like little ones, but in terms of like the style,
how different could they be?
Dude, they look so different.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess I just haven't seen enough of them.
I feel like they look like so many castles look very different. Am I crazy?
I don't know.
I mean, it's definitely the same style, I would say. It's
rock.
It's rock, yeah.
I don't know, bro. Those all look pretty similar.
Really? Because like Japanese ones are literally like one for one.
No.
The only thing they'll change is like the color, occasionally.
Yeah, well, it's still better than this.
No, these are so sick.
These are literally the same color.
That's because it's brick.
Well,
yeah, but they were painting it white. Like, come on, help me out here.
I don't know, man. Like, I'm looking at all these and I'm like, I couldn't tell you the difference between one or the other.
What?
It's like
I feel like
they're either
so
a little bit bigger
different.
or a little bit smaller.
Because no, because I feel like there's like different architecture to it. Whereas I feel like Japanese castles, they always just do the same thing. They have like the main fucking turret, and they have like maybe a little wall around it, but they just like all look exactly the same.
Not necessarily. Look, it's just as different as the European castles. Come on, look at that.
But like, I would say like at least one thing that I would argue is that like obviously we're looking at like if we were looking at just like Welsh castles, yes, it's similar. But like if you compare like a Welsh castle to like a German castle, it's like extremely different.
Well, that's like comparing a Japanese castle to a Chinese castle. It's
Right,
obviously going to be different because it's a different country.
Yeah, but I feel like this. I don't know.
Well, yeah. See, okay, look, that second image there, that's literally Disney castle.
Yeah, we didn't have the budget for that.
Yeah,
we don't have the budget for that.
To be fair, like Joey said, this is different countries. If you search up, I'm sure like Korean castles or Chinese.
But like, I think that
Chinese
even
palaces.
like English castles look very different to how a Welsh castle would look, for example.
Again, we are different countries as well.
Yeah, I guess that's like one. Well, it's kind of. I guess so.
Yeah.
At least there's that argument.
So if we're just specifically looking at Welsh castles, I'm pretty sure they all look just as similar as all the Japanese castles do to each other.
I still disagree because I think like something like that castle, like that one right there, looks totally different to how like any of the ones below it look.
That one's got red brick, man. You don't understand.
Oh, sorry.
What, am I crazy?
My bad, OG. I'm not a brick expert.
I mean, I'd say that you.
I don't know. You have more of the neutral look. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say. They look similar-ish. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. I could definitely look at these castles and be like, yeah, they're from the UK. Yeah. These are definitely UK castles.
I mean, I'm not saying that like Japanese castles like all look completely different, obviously, but like saying they all look the same is a little.
No,
it's a little much.
Dude, look, pull open the pic of you typed in Japanese castles at the top. Dude,
come on, they look different.
Mostly, I mean, there are some really cool ones for sure.
Yeah.
Like. A lot of them look very similar, and it's kind of a shame when you're traveling around. You're like, another one. It looks exactly the same.
I mean, like, look, I'm here to defend Japanese castles, obviously, but I'm not gonna like. I'm not at the point anymore where like if I go to a new prefecture, I'm like, we got to hit up that castle. Like, I don't really care.
Just to preface, because before people get mad, I'm not saying that I don't give a fuck about Japanese castles and they're boring. I think there's some interest to it, but I think once you've seen one, you're kind of like, all right.
Yeah, I think if you hit up maybe like, Matsumoto-jo, Osaka-jo, maybe like, I don't know, Himeji-jo.
Yeah.
After that, it's like, you can go check it out if you want.
Yeah.
But as long as you hit up the 3 or 4 major ones, it's pretty much the same.
That's how I feel about British castles as well.
Well, yeah, I'm sure I'd be the same with British castles.
I mean, honestly, like the coolest ones are the ones that aren't like big tourist attractions, but they're just the ones you find in like the countryside and stuff.
Oh, no,
I think those are like the coolest castles you can find.
Totally.
Probably the same with like Japanese castles as well. Probably the biggest ones, the big tourist attractions.
It's like Japanese temples, right? It's like going to like Sensoji or like Kiyomizu-dera, like the famous ones, is cool. But the coolest ones are the ones where you're just like, oh, I'm in the middle of the fucking mountains and there's just a secret hidden temple, right?
Yeah.
Like those are the coolest ones.
Just unlock the hidden area.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, sick, safe spot, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't remember the last time I went to a castle. I think must have been Himeji. I think we went out front of it. Didn't go into it though, but
you rented a castle. right?
Oh, I did rent a castle.
Oh, yeah.
that
Video finally came out.
Yeah, the video finally came out. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I also went back there like 2 days or 3 days ago.
Oh, with your family.
Because we were going to Kochi, and then we were going to do the Shimanami Kaido, which we did again. So I was like, oh, let's go to Ozu. Like, let's see what's up. Because that's where I rented the castle. It was really fun to go back, because even in 5 months, it had changed a lot. So I know you didn't watch the video because it's very fucking long. But basically, this company had basically just this town Ozu, which kind of had the kind of story that we've heard a million times in Japan, where population is declining, people are leaving, and so they basically just pumped a ton of money into trying to turn this town into kind of a tourist town, by utilizing the rich culture that they had, as well as maybe trying to attract more local businesses. And it was really cool because when we went, I felt like it was dead. Like it was just me and Chris, and there was no one else. I think it was like a Monday or a Tuesday or something as well, which probably didn't help. But when I went back with my parents 5 months later, it was a lot more busy. It was like in a good way, not like the amount where you're like, oh god, it's busy, but like it didn't feel like it was just you, and so that was really cool to see. So they pumped a ton of money, taking a huge risk trying to make this town really into a very remote town, because also is not super easy to get to, because you have to fly to Matsuyama and then like a 34-minute drive. But they basically just rebuilt a ton of, basically bought a bunch of old abandoned buildings and turned them into fancy hotel rooms. And it's kind of neat. And the town's kind of cool. So I went back there again because I was like, parents, you should come see this. Because their complaint was that I took them to Kyoto. They didn't like it because they was kind of just, it was a bit much. And I think like Kyoto is kind of tough if you're not really into the vibe of feeling like you're a tourist.
Yeah.
I think like you feel like you're a tourist when you're in Kyoto, because there is just, especially when it's like my parents are coming, they don't know anything, and they're kind of making me be the tour guide, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's like. I would not go to any of this touristy stuff if I went to Kyoto. So I kind of am like, all right, I guess we'll go see Kiyomizu-dera. Let's line up with all the other 100 tourists like this. Like, I was like, they wanted to see more of the countryside. I was like, okay, this is pretty a cool like way of doing it.
Yeah, so I'd say it's better as well.
They really enjoyed it. They had a lot of fun, and I went back there. And obviously, my video just came out like 2-3 days before I went there. And so I went there. They were like, oh, Connor, nice to see you again. Thank you so much for your video. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks, man. And then they were like, we've given you a free upgrade. I was like, oh, cool. No, thanks, man. Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
You get Ozu points?
I got points. Yeah. And they have this little, they give you this little passport. It's got, like, of the town when you get there.
Right.
They're like, so when you go the first time, you get a green one. You go second time, you get a red one. And then third time, you get a black one. They were like, we're giving you the red passport for coming twice.
Isn't that literally what they did with the maid cafe?
I guess. And it's literally, it does, from what I understand, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, right.
It's just
It's just status.
I was like, okay, cool. The best part is when when we went to dinner, we had this dinner. It was great. They do a fantastic meal. It comes with like when you book the room. It's a really good experience, and I highly recommend it if you want a bit more of a luxurious experience that's kind of away from the touristy towns, and also you get to see Shikoku, which most people would normally never go to. So highly recommend it. Anyway, I had this meal, and then at the end of the meal, they brought the dessert, and it was just like these little like I don't know what these Italian like little nibbles, that cake things that you get with coffee, and in chocolate they'd written welcome back, Lord. And my parents like fucking lost it. And I was like, my Lord. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Appreciate this.
Bro's literally living the Shogun life.
Yeah.
He's like, I have successfully colonized Ozu.
That's what it felt like. I was like, okay, thanks, man. Thanks.
History repeats itself.
I was like, thank you. So that was pretty fun. They told me that someone else was doing the Lord experience though when I was there.
Oh shit! Oh, really? Someone's here to usurp your throne.
Someone took my throne. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, it's really fun. So that was a lot of fun. My parents really liked it. And then we did the Shimanami Kaido again.
How many times have you done the fucking Shimanami Kaido now?
Third time.
God damn.
Every time he has a family member over,
Jesus
they all want to do it. Dude, it was raining though. It fucking sucked. Well, it was raining for the first day, but
how heavy was it raining?
It was not that bad. Like it was nowhere near what we cycled in.
Okay.
It was kind of the rain where
I feel sorry for your parents then if that was the case.
It was the point where the raincoat actually worked.
Okay.
So that's already know you're good.
dry.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Like obviously I just had shorts on. I was like, yeah, whatever. But I dude, this is the first time I just raw dogged it. Like,
What do you mean?
so last time I brought my bike and my gear and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just rocked up with shorts, and that's it. Basically, I was like, just give me the bike, and I'll just do it. Kind of like how we did it.
Well, that's how we did it originally.
Yeah.
Right.
But I guess so. We kind of a little bit went into it with a little bit more. I feel like we were prepared a little bit. This time I was like, I just got shorts and I'll do it.
All right. Like no training prior or like no warming up prior. Or
No,
anything
nothing.
Like
I was just give me the bike and I'll go. And I rented
for the trash taste special.
Oh, we did a little bit.
a little bit.
So I was like, give me the bike. But the bikes are way better now. And I said this. I think I said this last time because I did it a year ago.
Yeah.
But the bikes are all so much better.
Yeah,
the bikes
because they got that
rent.
injection in tourism now. We
We
did
did
that.
That's us, baby.
That's all us.
So, dude, I was like, what the fuck? An actual nice bike? Because when we did, we had like the most ass
Dude,
bikes.
our bikes
Yeah.
might as well have not had seats.
Also, we didn't know how to.
Also,
we didn't know how to
back-
put our seats.
I looked like I was wearing on a clown bike, Mine was way too like low for what I was. No wonder I was struggling so much with that bike. Thinking back on
I mean,
it.
we're also just unfit as fuck.
Yeah, we were just
as well.
unfit as fuck.
Yeah, they have
as
like
well.
some really ass nice bikes that you rent for like $40.
Right.
Yeah.
And they had e-bikes now.
Oh, well, that would have been fucking nice.
So could have done it with an e-bike.
Yeah.
So that,
Yeah,
that
but
was,
that wouldn't have been fun, right, Joey? Right,
Yeah.
Joey? That wouldn't have been
Yeah.
fun.
No. But it was really fine. This was like the third time doing it, and it was, even though I did it with like worse gear and everything, it felt easier than the second time when I did it with all the gear.
It's cool that
it
your
was cool.
parents
I mean-
are like so still like
yeah,
active.
they wanna-
Because dude, if I ask my parents, being like, "Do you want to do the Shimanami?" Because I've seen the video, right? Like, be like, "You want to do Shimanami Kaido?" They'd just be like, "Fuck no."
I mean, we've started at like cycling at like 8:30, finished
Right.
at like 3.
Oh,
We
okay.
stopped a
Damn,
bunch.
You speed ran that.
I guess so. I mean,
Yeah.
it was like, it felt very leisurely this time.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess it just got better at cycling, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
like,
you
you-
definitely
Yeah,
did.
you definitely have. You've gone through multiple training arcs.
Yeah.
It was nice though, because whenever there are certain moments that I distinctly remember stuff happening, like when Gant's tire broke down,
Yeah.
and then I went past you and laughed.
Yeah.
in that
Yeah.
special. I remember exactly
That
where it
curve?
took place, that
Yeah.
curve. And both times I went by that curve, I distinctly remember it. And I always, and it replays in
The
my head.
memory replay.
Yeah. So many moments where I like, because I both times I've done it afterwards, I went the other way.
Right.
So I kind of remember certain things, but other
Yeah.
times I'm like, I don't remember doing this. And then I just didn't remember that. You know, then when we did this, the first time we stopped, it was after my tire popped.
Yeah.
And we came to an intersection,
Yes.
and then we did like a
The easy route and the hard route.
Yeah, the easy route or the hard route.
Yeah.
And Gant got the easy route.
Yeah.
But in actuality, it was
was
the
the
hard
hard
route.
Well, so I think it actually is the easy route because it's like it's a couple less kilometers, I think.
Yeah, but
But there's
it
hills.
was like all uphill. I remember that.
Well, I've done it a couple of times now. The hills are a little bad. It's not. Yeah, you've done worse hills on our cycle.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
not
sure.
that bad.
But I trained for that.
I do think that. I think I said this last time we recorded this well after. I think going the other way is easier as well because you get all the hard stuff out of the way.
Yeah.
And then it's a lot easier, I think. Whereas I think the other way, it's a little leisurely, and then there's quite a lot of
from
hard
Yeah.
stuff.
Hiroshima.
I mean, that's
to
definitely
think
what
so.
it felt like.
Right.
So if you do it, I recommend going to Imabari, and then you can also stay in Onamichi. And then going to Onamichi, you can easily go to Hiroshima or
Yeah.
go to
Yeah.
Okayama or wherever you want to go to. I think it's just easier.
Yeah.
But
Fair.
obviously, that's the only thing that's kind of annoying about it is kind of getting your stuff ready because you have to go to Imabari, which is kind of an inconvenient place to go to. And I asked my hotel to just ship my bags to the next hotel as well, which is really easy.
Right.
But obviously,
okay.
it requires a little bit
Yeah, a
of
little
Japanese.
bit of Japanese to be able to do that.
But it made it feel really easy. You
Yeah.
can just do it's like, all right, cool. Just take my bags. I'll see you there later. Cycle
Yeah.
there, throw the bike to the place where I rented it from. I'm like, all right, sick.
Yeah.
This is nice.
Sick.
It's really nice. It made me realize that the Shimanami Kaido is one of the best things you can do in Japan. And you should do it if you
If
come to
you're
Japan.
physically capable enough.
Yeah, you can do it.
Even
and
if you're
I
not.
know that people
if
do.
If there are e-bikes available now.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can get
Yeah.
e-bikes, which should make 70K kind of pretty chill. And
Even
also,
drive, I feel would be nice as well, just like along the
Drive's really nice.
Yeah.
along
and
the
even if you
bridges.
don't do that, you could also, I know some people stop halfway. There's some halfway hotels, which if you really are very, very, very inexperienced cycling. But I truly believe if you just wake up a little early, you can get it done before sundown, like anyone of any fitness level.
If we could get it done, you can get it done in the worst on the special in the worst shape of our lives.
Yeah. We had also a lot, we were filming a lot of things, which slows everything down so much.
Yeah.
Like if you can just break, have a coffee, then go.
Yeah.
That's so much more than having to break. And then we're like, all right, what do we got to film next? Let's swap the batteries. All right, let's do this. Oh, we also have to eat.
Yeah.
We have to go film these additional scenes. Like breaks that would normally be like 5 minutes turn into 35 or 40, right? So like the reason why I felt like it took us so long is because, you know, we were just trying to film it. And we also, that was like one of our first, like second special we filmed. And we didn't really know what we were doing yet at that point. And it was all like, we were all trying to figure it out.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's a miracle it turned out as well as it did.
I know.
I know.
Considering
we had, was it only one person helping us film that?
Two.
We had Luke and Nabi.
Oh, Luke and Nabi, that was it. I was like, damn, 2 people on that special.
Yeah.
That's insane looking back with how many people we have on.
And we did some big detours. We went up the viewpoint.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We did.
Which I don't understand when you would ever go up that if you don't have a car. Because I think Rob CD told me that it took all of his e-bike battery to get up there, that hill.
Holy shit.
Because that hill is monstrous.
Yeah. Oh, it's the top of a mountain.
There's an observatory at the top of this mountain. It's ridiculous. We tried to cycle up it. I don't know why.
Yeah.
We were fucking...
Or you did.
Yeah. Maybe I could do it now, but it would take me...
would not be
It would
fun.
be hard.
Yeah,
it would be, and it would be a miserable endeavor.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I got so pissed off there when I was cycling with my family. Every time, because there was so many dudes who were doing it, who were kitted out in mad gear.
Yeah.
Every time they passed me, I was like, damn, if I had my gear, didn't have my parents holding me back, you would not pass me. You would not pass me.
Take these weights off.
I'm like, just so you know, you wouldn't fucking pass me.
You never see me again.
I would catch up to tell them that, then slow down to catch back up my family.
They don't know I'm the Sea Dog VA. 3 cyclothons down.
I just had to tell them. They don't know they don't know the real me.
If only they knew.
No, I could not keep up with some of these dudes. Some of these dudes are crazy. But they like train to go fast and like shorter distances. But I mean, dude, it's fun. We should do it again.
Yeah.
Just
I want to take Sydney.
Joey
there.
looks like, nah, I'm good.
Fuck no.
Joey, come on, it's fun.
I don't want.
Come on, you gotta admit, it was like a great fucking vibe and a great view, and we just couldn't appreciate that on the day.
Yeah,
because
we were
filming.
the camera was there. Yeah, I'll do it for the cam.
Nah, what a good time.
Nah.
I also realized, I was like, where the fuck did we stayed so far away from
we
the
did.
starting point?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It was like a 40-minute
We
drive.
started so far away.
Well, I think a lot of places were closed because this was, I can't remember when we filmed it. Was it
COVID?
It was October,
Yeah,
I
it was
think.
I don't know.
October when things were just opening back up, I think. I can't remember.
Because then I realized ever since I've been back, I'm like, there's so many fucking
No,
hotels.
there was a festival happening, I think. In
Oh,
Imabari.
yeah.
I think that's why.
Yeah.
I nearly accidentally booked it on the day when 2 days of the year. Be careful if you go to the Shimanami Kaido. 2 days of the year, they have a Shimanami Kaido race.
Oh, shit.
Where you don't go on the cycling bridge, you go on the road.
Oh,
Right.
And like every hotel was booked out. They don't deliver the bags.
Damn.
So if you needed your bags to be shipped to that you cannot so just be careful. Just double check, make sure you're not going on that day. Because that would suck if you booked it all to go on that day and you're like, I've entered the Tour de France by accident. Like I wanted the leisurely cycle.
Yeah.
And now I can't do anything. But it's a really cool area. And I think even because the cycling route's been open for 10 years. So I didn't realize we'd gone like year 6 of it being open. And I still feel like it was kind of getting the hang of
Tourists.
yeah, tourists and it kind of appealing to them.
Yeah, I mean-
and now I feel like it's gotten a lot cooler. There's a lot of cafes. There's a lot more shit to stop at. Like it's genuinely just a
how
fun
busy
experience.
is it?
It was kind of dead when I went. So
really?
the time I went with my brother, it felt very busy.
Right.
It was about the same time last year, and I think maybe because it was raining on my day, it was not busy at all.
Yeah.
I think maybe some people who had planned to do it maybe cancelled, or it was just not as busy. It was quite nice. I mean, we started a lot earlier, and I felt like that also. If we just started an hour or two later, I felt like there is like the natural progression of people probably wake up at 9, probably start 9:30.
Yeah.
And then they probably hit lunch at 12:30. We had lunch at like 11:30. So I feel like we dodged a lot of like the big times when you would see people.
Yeah.
So definitely if you do it, I highly recommend just waking up a little earlier than you want to. Maybe start at like 8:30, and then just stop a bunch. Just take a ton of breaks. There's so many amazing cafes along the way. Don't rob yourself of them because the views are stunning.
Yeah, I mean, ever since the special, I've always wanted to go back.
Yeah.
And
let me know. I can't be a fourth time. I'm down.
Man's addicted.
Man's
like, anything with cycling? I'm in.
I kind of have this idea, and I don't know if this is like the hubris in me. I want to do a stream where I do there and back in one day. In one go. I'd start crack fuck of dawn. Like,
I mean, you
like
you
6.
could do it. You could definitely.
It's 140K. I've done 120K before, but I mean, 140K, I'd be dead.
You'd have to be cycling for like, how long would that take you?
I think I'd be done at like 6 or 7 if I started at 6.
Because if it's a live stream, we won't have as many breaks to like film like we did on our special. So you could probably do it.
I could do it, but I think I'd be dead. Let me know down below if you want me to do it. Because then I hold myself. I'm saying it so that I put it out there so I don't forget about it. And people remind me that I should do it.
Dude, knowing your audience, they're absolutely going to say yes. It's like, a live stream where we watch Connor die in summer? Sign me
I'm not doing it
up.
in summer. I'm not doing it in summer. Fuck summer, dude. That would suck. February would be quite nice, I think.
February, March,
like
April.
late winter.
Yeah, late winter. I think that would be good. Good content.
It's just so beautiful, man.
And I know you just want to. I know you just want to cycle more.
I do want to cycle.
You just want to cycle more,
dude.
He's running out of places to cycle.
Yeah.
This episode is sponsored by Zocdoc.
We're all familiar with the game Would You Rather? Well, recently we saw a survey that asked men what they'd rather do instead of going to the doctor, and men said they would rather clean their entire house, file their taxes, change a tire, and even get pulled over by a cop.
Men, we need to do better, which is why today we partnered with Zocdoc.
Zocdoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors. Choose the right one for your needs and click to instantly book an appointment. We're talking about in-network appointments with more than 100,000 healthcare providers across every specialty, from mental health to dental health, eye care to skincare, and much more. Plus, Zocdoc appointments happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking. You can even score same-day appointments.
I'm really glad that a service like Zocdoc exists now.
And you can filter for doctors who take your insurance, who are located nearby, who are a good fit for any medical need you may have, and who are highly rated by verified patients.
So stop putting off those doctor appointments and go to Zocdoc.com/trash to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/trash, Zocdoc.com/trash.
Back to the episode. So we did the RV trip as well with Ludwig, Chris, and Pete. That was a lot of fun. We went around to Nagano.
Yeah.
We did just kind of activities, just sports, basically.
No one died this time?
No one died. We did paragliding.
Yeah, I was like, when you told me you guys were doing paragliding, I was like, oh, you got
and it looked great on camera.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It looked awesome. So we streamed from the air, which was kind of sick.
Nice.
Did like quad bikes. We did...
What was your favorite activity this time?
Oh, I was thinking about this. It's tough. Fuck. What was the best activity? Oh, man, it's tough. The trampoline. Trampoline was really fun. Dude, Chris was so funny when we were trampolining.
Dude, just imagining it is funny.
Chris went like non-verbal and like was just bouncing on his own in the corner the whole time. But like he was having the time of his life.
Yeah, I can
like
imagine.
Chris was genuinely having so much fun. And like without doubt, I've never seen Chris smile so much for 2 hours. And every single shot, it'll be like me, Pete, and Chris talking. And in the background, you just see Chris going... and then like butt jumping. He'd jump on his butt and jump back up. And he was just doing it so much.
It's the most Chris thing, sweet. Isn't it? Was he like...
He loved it.
But what was he like before when you like brought up the idea?
He liked it. He was like, because he was like, I have a trampoline in my house, but I broke it from jumping on it. And I was like, I've never broken a trampoline in my life.
That's an achievement.
What? And so yeah, trampolining was really fucking sick. We rented out the whole trampoline park.
Hell yeah.
And we just were just doing like fun little, we were just
I saw
jumping
you attempted a backflip as well.
Did a backflip for the first time in my life.
Yeah.
On the trampoline?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
He was, so they had a giant, which I was really pumped about, giant foam pit.
Not the Twitch phone pit, right?
Not the Twitch foam pit.
An actual foam pit.
One of the ones with the big square blocks.
Yeah.
That you can just, you feel like,
you just like dive straight into
yeah.
it.
You're like, I want to just jump in there.
Yeah.
And then they had a giant airbag, like a giant, like they have in like the stunt action movies. So that was really sick. So we were just fucking trying to, because Ludwig was like, I want to learn how to backflip. And I was like, you know what? I should learn too. I've never done it.
Yeah.
So he would just teach us to try and jump backwards into the pit. And after a while, I was like, yeah, I think you can do it. And I was like, oh, okay. It's just kind of nerve-wracking trying to backflip for the first time because you're like, I'm going to snap my neck. But managed to do it. And it was a whole lot of fun, and backflips are sick.
Fuck yeah. I want to learn how to backflip.
I reckon maybe I could do a backflip on the ground. My only concern is fucking up, obviously.
Yeah.
And dying.
It's a matter of like just
breaking
getting
your neck.
over.
But I
nerves.
think I have the physical ability to do it.
I think a lot of people have the physical ability
I think
to
I can do it. I
it.
think I
They
can
just
do it.
need the technique and
Just get over the nerves.
yeah, the mental diff. You know?
If I had one of you boys with the mat that you fucking
Yeah.
like, if it
yeah,
looks like
you're
I'm about to
throwing-
snap my neck, you
Yeah.
just go,
yeah, but would you trust us
yeah,
with
we
that?
just trust us.
yeah, I would.
We'd be like, oh, sorry.
Because I think you would hate to have me die.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. but that's a lot of responsibility.
No, I
'Cause
trust.
I've seen like the gymnasts
They
who
do
have
it
like
fast.
the spotters,
Yeah.
and I have no idea how the spotters are able to in a split
true.
second know when a
They're
landing's going to be
literally
wrong.
using hockey. Like they
Yeah.
They just know instinctually.
Yeah.
Like here it is.
Maybe.
And I'm here sitting. But what if he lands it? What if he makes a sick
I don't-
landing?
No,
gonna
I
fuck it
trust
up for
my
him.
boy. Yeah. He won't snap his neck.
I learned how to backflip like 4 or 5 years ago for a video.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah. I
Oh,
was,
the anime video, right?
yeah. The
Can you still do it though?
Wait, what? You learned how to backflip for an anime video?
Yeah, I got sponsored by Naruto Online, and I rented out a tricking gym, and I
Okay.
got Dogen because
Oh, hell yeah.
he
Oh,
used to
shit.
do tricking.
What?
Yeah. Before he became a YouTuber, he was like a master tricker.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so
random.
I got him. He dressed up as Kakashi, and I dressed up as Naruto, and he taught me how to backflip.
That's sick.
Yeah, and I landed one.
Can you still
But
do it?
no, I mean maybe I know the technique, but I think it's all mental. Like just getting over the fear of like,
how long-
I know how to do it, but actually telling your body to do it and then landing
Oh, it's like a
it
trampoline or just on the ground.
on the ground.
Dude, that's
How long
sick.
did it take you to like learn?
2 or 3 hours.
2 or 3 hours?
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. So it is. I mean, if I can do it, I'm not physically capable.
Yeah.
As other people are.
I mean,
so
how old were
like
you back then?
25.
Oh.
All
I
right.
think 24.
Peak physical condition.
Dude,
Yeah.
anime videos are weird back then.
Yeah, I know.
I've got the same kind.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, how do I make a Naruto video
I'll just learn how to
without
backflip.
actually talking about Naruto? Oh, I'll learn ninja tricks in Naruto cosplay. And they love that idea. And I learned how to backflip. It was sick.
I'll just learn how to backflip. It's easy. I'll
should
never
be-
use this
I'll
again in my
simply
life.
just learn.
I'll just
Yeah.
learn how to do it. Yeah.
You'll learn how to backflip. You want to ride a bike with us?
Yeah.
What the fuck? What the heck?
Dude, I hate cardio. I hate
Why?
cardio so much.
Dude, cardio's so
The
good.
bike and row is my least favorite thing to do at the gym.
Rowing's so good
Row,
too.
okay, row a little bit better, but bike killed me.
Row, you feel like Zeus because you're like separating the sea to move
Yeah,
you forward.
row makes you feel like a big boy, but
Yeah.
bike just makes you feel like a bitch. Like you just like it's just no matter how much you do it, like everyone just gets to that point where you're like, I can't go anymore, and I just don't want to be on this anymore.
Fair enough.
You know?
Fair
Mental
enough.
diff, Joey. Come
Yeah.
on. You gotta,
give
push
me a
through.
little more training, and I might join you.
But we also did F1 cars, F1 like go-karts.
I was about to fucking say.
I was like, you definitely did not do F1 cars.
It was like they were like it was like a legit go-kart place, but like they were like racing go-karts, like meant
Right.
for like
Like how fast are we talking?
yeah, they had like because they had like the laser timer thing on it. So
Oh, shit.
It was like
Oh, okay.
fully timed. It was
Damn.
really fun. We did some other ATVs too.
yeah.
ATVs are always fun.
There was a llama place we went to where we watched a llama race. No, alpaca race, sorry.
Alpaca.
It was alpacas racing.
Right.
And that was really fun. Because we got really into it when they
Were you like
started
betting?
racing. We all had our own horse, sorry, our own
alpaca.
our own alpaca that we bet on.
Yeah.
They actually like race, or did they just like let the gates go?
They let the gates go and they fucking ran and there's a finish line.
Oh, okay.
So, but they did actually like beeline to the the
Yeah,
goal, or did they just kind of like
yeah, we
wander?
were kind of shocked by that. We thought it was going to be kind of underwhelming, but they just fucking beeline for it when the
Damn.
thing went, and we were like, "Oh shit, okay."
Because I remember we went to a zoo once and they did the turtle racing.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
That's-
it's turtles.
That's a different
It's
type of fun.
turtles, right?
That's a different type of fun.
It honestly, it was so much fucking. It was so,
So
hype
hype.
because it was literally just like. Obviously, gotcha. You're like,
Yeah.
I like the attitude of that turtle, and sometimes they'll beeline it for like a quarter of the way,
Stop.
and then they'll stop. And there was like
Bastard
this,
turtles.
and this zoo, right? This zoo. So they actually made an obstacle course because they put like a pond in the middle,
Yeah.
and it was like 50-50 whether your turtle would just stay in that fucking pond or whether they would have like the instinct to go out the pond on the other side
Yeah.
to the finish line.
It reminds me of that YouTube video of this Japanese YouTuber where they got like 5 of their friends to all buy Roombas. And they made an obstacle course in the house, and they just let the Roombas go. And it's just so hype, just like watching the Roomba figure out the path.
You know the video was made so they could all buy a Roomba tax deductible as well.
Yeah.
We also streamed rafting.
Oh yeah.
Well,
so
shit.
we got the cameraman Paul on the boat. While we were
You must
rafting.
be nervous as fuck.
Was very nervous.
You're
like, I told
do not-
Paul, I was
yeah.
like, it's like $10,000 if we tip this boat.
Yeah. We're tipping you over the boat if you drop.
Yeah.
But it worked, and we'd signaled the whole time somehow too.
Nice.
It was really fun. It was a really good trip. It was a really fun time.
Hell yeah.
I'm sorry you got signal in the sky. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Did you have to test that beforehand?
No, how can we
How the
test
fuck
that?
do you test
How
that?
can we test that? It was just a fucking prayer. But
Oh yeah,
like,
you know how you were shitting yourself paragliding? Do
Yeah.
it again, but with a camera.
Yeah, I for some reason, paragliding, I don't feel it feels like being in a plane. I have the same like mental response.
What do you mean?
Like I just feel like
Because you're so high up.
yeah, I'm just kind of like, it's like flying.
Yeah. I was like that with parasailing.
Because the ground looks so far away that you don't like.
It doesn't look realistic.
It only feels like slightly scary when you get kind of close to the ground.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
Yeah.
oh wow, I'm actually
Yeah,
like,
I totally agree.
I don't know
when you're
high.
high, I suppose I get it because my mum has vertigo. She has a massive fear of heights.
Yeah.
But she says, when she gets high enough, sometimes it's okay, but
You
it's
can just feel so high up.
It's the awkward height.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the scariest,
yeah.
So it doesn't really feel like anything until you get lower down. So I was like more worried like looking at the signal on the phone and I was like, that's good.
Kind of just being
Bro
a
didn't even
streamer.
look at the view.
Yeah,
He's just like on the phone.
He's like on the phone.
Basically. Yeah, it was sick. It was really fun.
Is chat still on? Can I still get chat?
Basically,
Alright,
that's what I had to worry about, right? Because we took the road up to like this like cliff where we jumped off of.
Yeah.
And we had shit signal up there. I was like, oh fuck, this is not gonna work. And it's the first thing we're doing, and
Yeah.
it's just gonna be a shame. But it worked perfectly. So I was really pumped about it, and it was a really good time.
Hell yeah.
So I was very glad it worked out.
Nice.
Yeah. Did Pete enjoy his birthday there?
Yeah. Pete had a good time. We rented out a bar and got him a cake that said "Happy 50th birthday, Uncle." And
Damn. Why'd you have to do him dirty like that?
I thought it would be fun. What else did we do on Pete's birthday?
How old is he actually?
41.
Nah,
Yeah,
close
41. Yeah, it's all the same, right?
Close enough.
50, 41.
50,
Yeah.
41, same thing. It's all.
Same
I
thing.
forgot what we did on his birthday. What did we? Oh, we went. What did we do on his birthday at Nabby?
The buffet.
What else did we do? What did we do in the day? Was that rafting?
Oh, this is the trampoline day.
40,
Oh.
turning 41 and going on a trampoline.
Hey, that's my goal.
Yeah.
He,
Testing your
he
knees.
was we had a wipeout competition to who could wipe out the best in trampolining.
What do you mean?
Like who could like do a big enough like spectacular fail
Oh.
on the trampoline. So
Who
that's
won?
fun. I think Pete won, even though he was the judge,
Oh.
because chat will always vote for Pete.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
He's just too damn charming.
Yeah,
God
he
damn,
is.
God
Too
damn
lovable.
Pete. No, it was really good fun. But yeah, it was a really good time.
Yeah.
Great vibes. Nagano's a cool place. Went around Nagano. Went around
Yeah,
Nagano.
Nagano's
It was
sick.
fun. Some cool stuff around that area.
Yeah.
But very like sport oriented, like activity based. Not a lot of activities. We went sweet making, and that was kind of fast. And it was also boiling in the room because in Japan they have this thing where the moment it gets a little bit cold, they like turn the AC up to 30 degrees.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Oh, it's starting to
Every
hit that.
time.
It's starting to hit that temperature as well. I've
Bullet
been-
train?
Today
Yeah.
on the train, it was like the train rolled up to my station and the windows were just fogged
Dude.
up.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what to go in here, bro.
Bullet trains are the worst for this.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got the bullet train from Hiroshima this morning, and I was like, oh my God, I'm roasting. It's
Yeah.
like 26 Celsius in this train car. I'm like, my God.
And there's like
Please.
a Japanese old woman with like 3 layers
Yeah,
on. And
yeah.
I'm like, what the?
And it's not even
Please.
like, it's not even that cold outside. It's just
It's fine.
It's nice.
It's literally fine.
this is like normal British weather.
Yeah. This is what the weather's supposed to be this time of
Yeah,
year.
yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
Maybe even a little bit colder
Yeah,
than what it's
for
supposed
sure.
to be like now. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to every heating being on in Japan.
Yeah.
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 But I mean, speaking of like visiting old places that we've been to before, or I've been to before, I completely forgot about this. But when I was in England, went to Thorpe Park again for the
hell
first
yeah.
time in I think
Hell yeah.
12 years or ever since. When was the last time you went to Thorpe Park? Because I was trying to
7
remember.
years ago.
I was trying to remember.
You're going to have to fill me in on this park, dog.
So it is kind of like Six Flags,
Oh, okay.
But better and cool.
but better
Right.
and cooler.
we
Except-
only really have like Thrill Parks in the UK.
Yeah. So it's a park not so much about, building around like a certain theme, but it's definitely a park around
just rides.
Right. And I fucking loved this shit as a kid. This was basically like one of my favorite places to go to in England. One of the places you go to, and it's not depressing as fuck.
Damn, that exists.
Yeah, that exists. Yeah,
That's crazy.
I know. So went there again as a 34-year-old. First time I've been since I was, I think, I'm gonna guess like 21, 22 was the last time I went. I actually could not remember the last time I went, and they had added a fuck ton more rides there. So it's gotten a lot. They've added a lot. And I'm gonna be honest,
What?
It didn't live up to my memories, man.
No,
It didn't. I was so fucking depressed about this on the day because so there was this ride as a kid, right? It's called Nemesis Inferno.
Yeah. Sick.
And
name of my next band.
This ride was like the sickest fucking thing when I was a kid, and going there again. So that was like the first ride that I went on with Sydney. I was like, Sydney, you need to go on Nemesis Inferno. It is fucking fantastic. This is like the best thrill ride. And I don't know if it's just because I've gotten older, but it just wasn't as exciting as what I remember it.
I don't know, man. I'm looking at these pictures, and as someone who hates roller coasters, poop would be flying out my pants.
I don't
like
crazy.
1,000,000%.
I always liked Alton Manor more.
Alton Towers, you mean?
Oh, Towers, sorry.
Alton
I'm
Towers?
thinking of the other one's Manor.
Yeah.
It's like the big three.
All right.
Yeah, because
There's like three big thrill parks. In the UK.
Right.
Thrill Park's the biggest, but it's because it's the closest to London.
Right.
Yeah. Thorpe Park is...
Yeah, Alton Towers.
Alton Towers is more up north.
It's so good, though.
I mean, when's the last time you went to like a thrill theme park? Because...
6 years ago.
Yeah, because going to Thorpe Park, what it made me realize is that I think, going on like rides with like loops in them, I fucking hate the loops. I remember liking them as a kid, and now going to Thorpe Park, going on a ride with a big loop in it. My favorite part of every thrill ride is just like the one big drop, where you just feel like the butterflies. The butterflies in your stomach.
Yeah, I fucking hate that.
You hate that?
Oh, I love that part.
That's the best feeling, man.
Bro,
that is the best
I used
feeling.
to fucking love Oblivion. Go scroll up. You just like that one. This one's fucking sick.
Oh, you
dude.
couldn't pay me to go on that,
Dude, it's
No.
it's literally a vertical drop into the ground.
Fuck no.
Yeah, just give me
so
one big
terrible.
vertical drop.
It's
Oh no,
so
what's good
sick.
about this one is that they go into the vertical
Underground.
drop and then they stop right on the edge to let you,
you
look
look.
down
Oh, I'm killing
at where
the
you're
bitch.
gonna drop.
Wait, you can scroll up. Did I see a virtual tour of it? Is that what it said? Oh, I thought it was this book now.
Yeah.
This is like better to show on YouTube, I think, if you just show these
Yeah.
rides. Wait, what's the Nemesis one like?
The Nemesis one, I don't remember it having that many loops in it. Also, the ride just does feel very dated right now. Because going on Nemesis, I forgot how
Front seat of Oblivion.
uncomfortable it
see this.
is. So
just fast forward to the
yeah,
top.
just fast forward to go to the top again. So so you're in like the most uncomfortable seat of all time, and when you start going down the loops, so the safety thing is on like if it's like a typical safety vest that you have in many rides.
Oh, hell no.
That's Oblivion. That's Oblivion.
Yeah.
Nah.
And then my head just started smacking the side of the safety vest, and I was like, "This just hurts.
Yeah.
This just hurts." Going on I don't remember this as a kid. Maybe I just got a bigger head or something, but this just really fucking hurts right now.
Damn.
But I think my favorite ride in Thorpe Park was they added a new ride where it's basically just you. It's kind of like the Superman where you go up very, very fast, and then it's just one big drop, and it lasts about 5 seconds or something.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the only ride I actually enjoyed out of Thorpe Park. But what it made me realize is that there's more exciting things that I think you could be doing, like paragliding. I think I got more of an adrenaline rush doing going down the ski slopes, actually.
Well, yeah, because I think with skiing, especially if you're inexperienced like yourself, you have a legitimate threat of possibly dying.
I think that's the thing.
Yeah.
I think going on these
Whereas
rides,
you'd have to be pretty unlucky to die on a roller coaster.
going on these rides and being like, yeah, okay, we can go down loops and everything, but I feel pretty safe in here. This just doesn't do it for me anymore.
See,
is this how adrenaline junkies start?
Yeah.
Where you're like, well, this kind of shit just doesn't do it anymore.
I don't know I don't think I get any thrills from anything like that anymore.
Really?
I'm just kind of like, all right.
I think the thing that I hate about roller coasters, like I feel more scared to go on a roller coaster than say going down a ski slope, is because at least with a ski slope, even if I am inexperienced, I have somewhat of a control.
But I feel like
whereas
you're way
on a roller coaster,
Yeah.
I'm just a spectator. I have no control whatsoever. So even if I want to slow down, you can't slow down on a roller coaster.
But you have way more chance of being injured or dying
Yeah.
from skiing.
well,
from
you
skiing.
know what? Skill issue.
No, I mean, I agree.
No, actually,
I
it's
agree.
it's a mental diff.
Yeah, it's mental diff. Exactly.
I mean, I agree with you, but
But with a roller coaster, it's like I'm literally tied down where like I can't move, I can't control this, and I hate the fact that I have no control over it.
Yeah, but you could also say that for every time you go on a plane. You're like, well, shit. I am in total trust of the pilot and the mechanics of the plane to stay in one piece.
Yeah, but at least with a plane, you get to go somewhere. You know, with a roller coaster, you're just back to where you fucking started. After waiting, at least in Japan, a couple of hours to go on a 5-minute ride or a 2-minute ride, which just never made sense to me.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm not a big theme park fan, but I think that's just getting old.
Yeah, I was like,
It's
shit.
just the sad truth of getting older.
Because I
I
remember
was like that from the beginning.
Because I remember as a kid, I would be fucking
They were like
hyped.
magical. Yeah, they were magical.
I'd be
days.
fucking hyped to go on all of these rides. And, I'd go to some cousins who were like in their like late 20s, early 30s, they'd be like, I'm okay not going on this ride. I'm like, are you serious? I hope I never get to that phase where I'm just okay not want to experiencing this fucking exciting ride.
That was me.
And here I am being like, well, shit, I've been on the rides and I'm like,
I'd rather just go to the pub and get a beer.
honestly,
because I don't have to line up.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
And also,
Well-
like getting into the park or getting to the park is often a fucking slog in itself.
It is.
And then when you get there, you got to line up, and then you're like, all right, well, we can have some lunch, and then you have the middest food of your life that costs double, and you're like, God,
I say all of this, but I went to USJ last week.
what? Is it fun?
Yo, again?
Yeah, well, just because they're doing the Halloween thing right now, so they've
Oh,
added
yeah.
so much new shit, and obviously Aki loves amusement parks, and we were in Osaka anyway, so we
Damn,
went.
that's actually rough for a person who does like
USJ.
amusement parks.
I mean, I don't mind USJ because at least there's like actually like things to do that aren't just rides, you know, like you can just like enjoy the vibe. And like they had like, stuff that wasn't necessarily right. So they had like a Chainsaw Man 4D cinema.
Yeah, there was
experience
who
thing.
collabs with that, right?
Yeah, which was pretty cool. They're also doing like a Chucky horror,
cool.
kind of haunted house thing, which was kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, we couldn't go on any of the rides anyway because they're all like 2-3 hours long.
Dude, it's crazy the
down
way
the
lines at
line.
USJ.
Yeah, it's
like-
ridiculous.
yeah, I went one time. I was like, I'm good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but Thor
never
Park is now pay to win.
Of course.
Oh yeah, no, they all are.
Because yeah, I mean, you can download. No, it's like very pay to win because you can download. Before you could like buy the fast passes, but now for every individual ride, you have an app where you can just like buy the fast pass from the app, and it's
How much is it like per ride?
So they had a new ride that they just built like a few months prior to when I went. And for one, so you have the actual entrance fee for the park, which is, I believe, 40 to 50 pounds for like the vanilla one. To go on this, to get the fast pass for this one ride for one time, it's 20 pounds.
Per
20
person?
pounds per person.
That's psychotic.
That's insane.
And it is half of the price of the vanilla entry fee for the entire park. It's one.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
And every time slot was like booked out for.
Huh?
So they are making fucking bank. They don't
So
even
wait,
care about
I gotta
the
pay
vanilla-
£20 and then I gotta book a time and come back.
Yeah. So
No,
book- so-
£20. Get me on that seat right away when I want.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, that's what everyone wants, right? You gotta wait in the new line.
Yeah.
You're
It
paying
is-
to basically change lines.
Yeah, you're just shifting it to another day. Because I remember Disney didn't I went to Disney in France, and they used to have the system where you just get a ticket and come back, so you wouldn't have to line.
Yeah.
Right.
But then I think they got rid of it.
Yeah.
because I think it was they were just not making enough money doing it. I don't know.
Well, they were doing that with USJ at the Nintendo World. So like you have to download the app, and now you have to like actually book a time slot to go in because Nintendo was so small that they have to only let. But it was so crazy because like we got into the park. You can't book, by the way, until you're in the park as well.
That makes sense,
you can't do it outside. Well, Aki and I got into the park at like 8:30. It opens at 8. And we were like, all right, let's book the Nintendo thing.
Nah, you're in Japan,
the closest, the earliest time we got was 4 p.m. So in that 30 minutes, all of the slots from 8 to 4 were just fucking booked out. And I was just like, this is insane. And then when we finally got in, it wasn't even that fun because you're like shoulder to shoulder with people, and there's like there's so much going on. And it's just like, oh, okay, I want to go on the Yoshi ride. It's a 2-hour wait.
Yeah, I think objectively there are good things that are ruined because of capacity or the amount of people that like line up for them. Like weirdly enough, I was taking my parents around Hiroshima, and even going to the museums, which they really wanted to see, I was like, this is just like, I can't even like look or read anything because it was so busy the day I went that like it was shoulder to shoulder in the museum. It was absolutely roasting. Yeah. And it was like a 30-minute wait to get into the museum. Once you're in there, you can't read anything because there are so many people in the way. And it's like, God damn, I just want to like learn about this. And I can't even learn anything about this. And it's a miserable experience. And I wish there was some better way of handling this, but I don't know how you would.
No.
It's like, this is an amazing museum that because I've been to it before. Yeah. And I wanted to read it all again. And I was like, this is awful.
You just have to like limit the capacity, right?
Yeah,
they're obviously not going to do that because that's
especially when it's that's obviously like a big more cultural importance.
Yeah.
So I understand what they want to do, but then the Hiroshima, there's the main museum, the Peace Museum, but right next to it is I think a memorial museum that is underground, which I kind of think is really cool and a lot more interesting personally. The way that they've set it up, I think it's really fascinating. And then they also have
the one where it like spirals.
It's really, and then you sit in the room and you get to see everything. I thought it was really like compelling. And they also had they have like different exhibits on. They had one where they had like a little theater with interviews from soldiers at the time, and that was like really interesting. And I felt like getting to watch those videos was like so much more fascinating than shoulder to shoulder trying to read a piece of text with like Jim from Alaska in front of you going, we had to do it, we had, and then you're like, I'm just trying to fucking read. It's crazy, man. Like, God damn it, man.
Yeah.
And so my parents always said the same thing as well. They were like, it was a lot nicer being able to read about it, like walk around, not be shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, especially when you're like in a museum like that where the subject matter is so like somber and
everyone's like
melancholic,
talking
and everyone's
and shuffling,
and,
phones going off too, babies
just
crying.
It ruins the vibe.
I know the vibe.
It does. It ruins the vibe.
I just sound. I usually say
that was just an
such a funny word.
That was just an interesting word.
Man, I'm just trying to vibe in the Hiroshima Peace Memorial Museum.
I'm just trying to vibe with this, fucking terrible part of history, man. It's just.
Damn, why are you guys ruining the vibe?
You're ruining the vibe, bro.
How's the vibe?
I can't even feel sad in here because y'all are fucking talking.
I can't even think about how many people died.
I know.
I told when I went to the Netherlands, I went to the Anne Frank Museum, and that was clearly an extremely popular museum. But they had handled it very well, where like you would only be allowed in groups at certain times, and it was all kind of structured and timed. There was one point where it was a little like busy, but most of the time it was, you could look around the room, you could see things, and I felt like they'd handled what was a very, very, very small space museum and massive amounts of people wanting to go really well. So I just think that it's a shame because I think that these are really fascinating museums that kind of and theme parks as well. Theme parks are just I don't know. Theme parks.
Theme parks are whatevs for me.
I mean, theme parks.
I'm too old to want to line up for shit anymore.
I never want to line up for shit.
I mean, I don't mind certain times, but like just the thought of having to line up, and it's the food that kills me. When you're like, I'm just gonna get, you get that moment where you get to relax. No more lines for a little while. You get to eat something, and it's just mid. And overpriced mid. The worst kind of mid of all. And then theme park nerds will be like, nah, you just got to know the spot and the right item. No, it's not. It's not good. It's not good.
It kind of made me realize going to Thor Park this time, I thought I only wanted to go to theme parks for the rides and that was it. And now I kind of realize maybe it's just about the vibe, man. the vibe. And it's hard to vibe when there's like a lot of people, but sometimes Because when we went to Thor Park, it was pretty empty, so I didn't have to queue up that long
nice,
to get on rides.
That's good.
But the fast passes were still booked out.
For the main rides.
Oh, just the main ride. Okay,
for
got it,
for like the big rides.
feels like you hit the jackpot when you go to a theme park and it's dead.
Yeah,
That feels good. To be fair,
that does feel good. If I actually enjoyed the rides.
true.
If I wasn't just sitting there being like, oh, I've got an old half a night. This isn't as fun as I remember. No, I don't want to face this. I don't want to face this moment right now.
The best thing in a theme park that can ever possibly happen to you is when it's a good ride and there is no one in line, and then the guy will be like, "You guys want to go again?" Doesn't make you get off. Just runs it again.
Yeah.
That's like the best feeling in the world.
You can only get that in like basic closing time.
Yeah, pretty much, right? Yeah.
Right.
You'd be like, run it back. And they'll be like, all right. Because normally they'll be like, come on, there's like 10 people in line. You got to get off and go all out around.
Yeah.
And then you're like, but then when he's like, I'll run it back, you're like, yo.
Let's go.
That's when
Easy
the theme
goal.
parks are goated.
Yeah, but how often do you get that now?
No, never.
No.
Fucking never.
Yeah.
Never.
Unless you're in like the bumfuck middle of nowhere and there's like you and maybe like 5 other people at this theme park, right?
Yeah.
Like the really, really old theme parks.
I kind of like those. Are actually a vibe.
Those are more of a vibe, I think.
You
than
know,
the big ones.
comparing Thor Park
Carnivals?
comparing Thor Park to like carnivals, or even like remember that one random German theme park we found in like on like the Japan trip that we went on.
That place was sick.
That just had like that fucking the archery and that fucking
go-kart.
the go-kart and the slides.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, that was like I'm not gonna lie, that was way more fun
Way
than Thor
more
Park
fun.
for me.
Way more fun.
I think health and safety regulations in Japan are a little less than they would be in America or the UK, because I feel like that slide would not fly in the state it was.
Yeah.
We were getting some too much air.
Yeah, many knees and elbows were
Yeah,
scraped on
yeah.
that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like that. Some of the and their go-karts, I remember that old man did not give a fuck because we were bumping
no.
into each other. He was like, yeah, we get this all the time.
We were fucking reenacting GTA scenes. And
Yeah, we were. It was
Yeah.
fucking funny.
That was so fun.
Yeah, Japan does have a lot of random theme parks like that.
Yeah.
Or do you just pick a random theme and you're just like, yeah, it's
It's like what haven't we done yet? Germany?
Germany.
Sure.
Well, there's one in near Chiba, and there's that one which was it near Okayama? Wait.
We were in Okayama.
Was it Okayama?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird. There's two, and then obviously there's the big. Did you go to the Netherlands town in Nagasaki?
Yes.
Yeah, I went to there on the cycle too, and that was insane.
Very weird.
The scale of it. It's so big. It's huge. It's literally like giant Netherlands town.
Yeah.
In the middle of Nagasaki.
Yeah.
It's what is it
so
called?
random.
House 10 Bosch.
House 10 Bosch. That's it.
House 10 Bosch.
With the fucking igloo houses.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's huge. Then they have the Spanish town that's massive as well. I can't remember where that
This
is.
place was actually kind of sick. Not gonna lie.
From an architectural perspective of how much they'd copied, it was impressive.
Yeah.
But as a theme park,
Yeah, I mean, it's more so just like a
For kids, it'd be
model
fine.
town, you know. It's like,
Yeah.
are you not able to actually go to the Netherlands? Well, this is the next best thing.
I mean, I'm always fascinated by obviously
It's permanently closed.
Wait, what? Wait, are they? I think they're redoing it or something. I think I remember seeing something like this. I don't know if
really?
I'm crazy. Maybe look it up. Well, that's because everyone's always like, why would they want to do this? Just go to the Netherlands. And then you're like, well, they only get 2 holidays.
Yeah.
Two days of holiday. So
it's a
you
flight-
get to fly to Nagasaki, go around the Dutch town, and then feel like
Yeah.
you've gone to the Netherlands and
You know,
come
a flight
back.
to the Netherlands from Japan is quite expensive.
And it's also like only like 10 or 15% of Japan population have passports.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
Even though
which
we
is
have
crazy.
even though we have the strongest passport in the world,
Which is 10 to 15% is crazy.
it's wild.
Didn't like China do something similar as well? And like, didn't
Yeah.
they build their own Paris or something? Like they
They have America Town as well.
yeah, America
they have
Town
like a cowboy
and like
town.
Paris Town.
Yeah.
And they built like the Eiffel Tower or some shit like that. And
What?
Yeah.
Can you search up China?
Chinese Eiffel
That's
Tower.
crazy. One of the build France though.
Yeah, China. out of everywhere.
I would be embarrassed if I built France.
Yeah.
Tian Dusheng.
What? Dude,
Yeah.
that
Whoa.
looks like a Silent Hill map.
They just built Paris.
Yeah, look at that. Click,
And
that,
then-
click that Wikipedia picture.
Yeah,
that looks like a
fucking
Silent Hill level,
Yeah.
bro.
Honestly, though, if I had the choice to go there or actual Paris, I'd probably choose.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
I'd probably get a.
well,
nice
yeah, it's because you
experience.
don't have to deal with the Parisians.
Yeah,
that's why.
I bet they shipped them in through authenticity. I bet they got Parisians there.
Are they just like
crazy.
insanely rude to you if they don't speak French? If not, then it's not the true Paris experience.
Or maybe they just like taken the spirit of the Parisian. So it's like if you don't speak Chinese, they're really rude to you.
Like, I don't know, because I can't imagine, has this ever been done in like a Western country where they just built like an Asian city or something like that?
Chinatowns.
Chinatowns?
Yeah, Chinatowns, I guess.
But that's not more of like a conscious effort to be like, we are going to build a replica. It's more like, this is where the Chinese immigrants set up shop.
Yeah.
And then we decided that
Tokyo
this would be...
has a Chinatown.
I mean, Tokyo has many Chinatowns.
Yeah, Bangkok has a Chinatown. It's, I guess, just a district as opposed to just I don't know, these definitely feel like a tourist attraction that's... Because
Japan also has like a Koreatown near Yokohama as well.
Yeah.
But that's also because there's a lot of Korean immigrants who live around
yeah.
there.
Shinokubo is just mini Korea.
Shinokubo is just Korea. Yeah, it's just mini Seoul basically.
It's kind of crazy.
And LA has basically little
Tokyo.
Tokyo, little Korea, little everything.
Yeah, little Italy.
Yeah.
Man.
All those spots where it's just more of like where you find the restaurants and some of those.
Yeah, but I
shops.
think this is like a strictly Asian phenomenon where they're like, let's build an actual remake of a place.
Yeah.
Like, and
Why
make
is
you...
that?
Well, I think it's because they don't want to have to travel necessarily to those places. People want to have that
Does
experience.
Thailand
right?
do anything like that?
Probably.
Probably. I'm
pretty
figuring out if this is like just an East Asian thing.
But even like Fuji-Q, right? Fuji-Q has like, when you go into Fuji-Q, the big Japanese thrill ride park, before you go into Fuji-Q, there's like I don't know if it's French or Italian town.
What?
Yeah. Have you been to Fuji-Q?
I've been once, but
Then
very
you've definitely
long
walked
time
through
ago.
this. Like Fuji-Q. It's like literally in Fuji-Q. Yeah.
La Villa de Gaspard et Lisa.
Yeah.
I
like,
butchered
look
the
at this.
fuck out of that. My
Like, look
bad.
at this.
What the fuck?
Before you walk into Fuji-Q, it's just a French-ass town. And it was the most jarring thing ever because I was like, what?
What? Why?
I don't know. But clearly, like, there's a demand.
You know why they probably made it? It's to just confuse the fuck out of people. Could you imagine taking a picture of the Eiffel Tower
Maybe.
and Mount Fuji in the same shot, being like, guess where I am?
I mean, it was cool, but I remember because I went there to go and film the haunted house, and I was just left feeling like, what? Like, I don't, like, why?
That's so random.
Cafe Brioche. Like,
hell
what?
yeah.
I mean, it's impressive, but at the same time, why?
Oh, well, they've even got an authentic Fiat right there.
But like, they have the Naruto town, which is cool.
They do.
They should just do
Is it
more
still-
anime
is it-
towns.
I would love more anime towns.
Yeah, just do like.
Well, they've got the Dragon Quest town in what's that island off
Awaji.
Awaji, yeah.
Awaji's got like everything. for some
Awaji's
reason.
got the Naruto theme park as
and
well,
they got
right?
the Demon Slayer
Yeah,
park.
and the Hello Kitty theme park.
But I think
Awaji's like just
the problem
is an
with,
isekai.
the
It's
problem with
weird.
a lot of those theme parks is that like none of them are like full day. They're like
Yeah, it's
not
like
enough stuff
half
to,
a day.
at best. Like it's
Yeah.
like a stretch. Like you got to like be like I'll do every little thing.
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
I got half a day max. Like it's kind of tough because I feel that I don't really want to spend half a day at a theme park.
I think
Yeah,
it's just
and normally
one of,
they're like really out the way as well.
Yeah.
You have to drive.
Yeah.
I think with a lot of these, they kind of built to not be like full day things. It's more so just like a thing where it's like you're probably heading
date.
somewhere and then on the way you
Yeah.
have a little bit of time to stop by. It's like, oh, there's this random fucking German town. Let's just hit
Yeah.
that up. Yeah.
Actually, Legoland is probably the best theme park.
I want to go to
in
Legoland
Japan.
so badly.
That's
I want to go back to Legoland. That
Just for the
looks-
miniatures. Is
Yeah.
that an old person thing to say?
No.
The miniatures
No.
were so
Miniatures was
sick.
best.
Maybe as an old person, you just like revert back.
Yeah, I think so.
Because looking at theme parks now, I'm like, rides, and it's like alright.
Yeah.
Looking at miniatures and just seeing them
Like
fucking go
museums?
around in museums, I'm like,
was sick. It
shit,
was
that's
sick.
exciting.
Where
man.
is Legoland again?
It's in Nagoya.
Oh, no. Oh, God. All right, maybe not.
Okay.
Yeah, the worst part is you have to go
Oh.
to Nagoya. Whenever Chris also said he gets this too. Whenever he shits on Nagano or I shit on Nagano, I always get an email.
You mean Nagoya?
Sorry, Nagoya. Sorry, Nagano's great. Nagoya. Sorry. When me and Chris shit on Nagoya,
Nagoya.
we always get an email from either like someone who lived in Nagoya,
Yeah.
or someone who loves Nagoya for whatever reason. They're like, Nagoya's not that bad. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do, and I'm like, it's not good. Nagoya's not
It's
good.
just like Nagoya to me is just the most like basic Japanese city. It's like it's not like horrendous.
Yeah.
but it's not exceptional in any way. It's just kind of, it's the
Are you
most...
trying to say mid?
It's
Joe?
mid. It's the most mid-Japanese city.
It like doesn't have a strong identity like Tokyo and Osaka
Yeah.
have.
It doesn't.
It's kind of and it's literally geographically in between, as well as kind of being like
Culturally in between.
Yeah, it doesn't really have, and it's mainly just a business hub.
Yeah.
Where it's like the most depressing place to go to, because whenever you go there, it's just a bunch of salarymen that look depressed.
Just
Yeah.
the middle child.
Yeah.
Basically. Between,
they
Tokyo
got
and
some good
Kyoto.
chicken wings, some other decent food, but
Yeah.
like that's about it. They got Legoland, which
Yeah,
is kind of
they have like Taiwan mazesoba, but like you
Yeah.
can get that in Osaka or
Yeah.
Tokyo. So it's like,
yeah.
And I know that we'll get an angry message from someone be like, "Hi, Alt's living in Nagoya here. It's actually a very culturally." It's like, no.
it's like, who asked?
Well, it's the thing that I guess that when people talk back about that, they'll be like, "No, I lived in Nagoya." I'm like, "Yeah, you've only lived in Nagoya. Or like you haven't been like, you know, if Chris says it or we say it, like we've gone all around Japan.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen all the cool shit. Like there's, I can tell you categorically,
We know
that Nagoya,
Japan better than you.
Basically, yes, Nagoya is fucking boring compared to the rest of Japan. All right,
Yeah,
and it was the worst to cycle through.
I can't
as well.
disagree with that.
Yeah.
But there's some good shit in Nagoya. But it just overall as a city, as a vibe,
It's just
ain't
mid.
it. Yeah,
It's mid.
but no, I haven't really been up to much than that. I haven't.
But that's quite a lot.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Haven't really been up to much other than that.
I swear most of this episode is catching up on what you've been up to.
Yeah.
Dude, just traveling a lot. I feel like I've been gone for so long, but I think I've only traveled for like 10 days. I guess that's
I mean,
kind of
it was an intense 10 days.
Yeah.
yeah. It's
almost
doing an
every
RV
day.
trip and then just doing another kind of RV trip, but offline, back to back. Yes.
Not for content.
Yeah.
How
Dude,
dare.
I drove a Prius. That thing was amazing.
What about it?
Just everything. I was one of the new Priuses.
Are
Game changer, dude.
you sponsored by Toyota or something?
I wish I was, man. I don't know how people don't love Priuses.
I don't mind a Prius.
I drove like 5 hours and I'd used like 1/20th of the gas in the tank.
Damn.
I was like, this is insane. This is the future.
In this economy, that's
I know.
golden.
I drove the RV for like 2 hours and the tank was half gone.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Damn,
I mean,
bro.
I don't really drive, so I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, I don't have a license.
Oh. And
I'm like, yeah.
Also, they had like self-driving.
I mean, that's pretty hype. But,
Well-
okay.
Okay, well,
I'd be
self-driving.
scared, though.
Yeah.
No, so because you're on the highway, right? And then
Yeah.
you can click the cruise control button and then
Right.
you can click like the lane button.
Yeah.
And then it will keep you in the lane and do the turns for you on the highway. It won't like do a full turn for you.
Yeah.
And you can do that like with the hands fully off.
Yeah, but it'll
Is
shout.
that
at you.
like
It'll shout at you.
self-driving or is that driving assisted? I feel
Assisted,
like
assisted.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not quite the same as self-driving.
No,
Yeah.
it drove itself. I wasn't the one doing the turns.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you still have to
great.
put your hands on the wheel.
Yeah.
I had to go like do this, and then you had to like I'd loosen my grip, and then it go where are your hands? And you go okay, sorry. You do that. It's fun though. It's really good.
Yeah,
And the
because
cruise
I've had
control's great.
I've had driving assisted cars before, and I don't know, it gives me anxiety, even though I know.
I mean,
that,
I can overpower it. It's not like I'm like saying there you go.
No. It gives me anxiety because like I'll be driving, and I think I'm in the middle of the road, and the car's gonna be like, no, do you need to turn here? And it would just you'll feel like that jolt,
The jerk.
the
yeah.
jerk, and you're like, oh fuck. Well,
Oh, no,
actually,
the Prius was
car,
great.
I thought I was doing a good job.
Yeah.
But you clearly think you can do a
Nah,
better
Yeah,
not
that
job
Prius.
than me.
Yeah,
Not
that
the-
just
not the-
sounds
not
like
the
the
new Prius.
car is backseating you.
It is.
The car's like, no. You don't drive like that.
Not the Prius. Not
the Prius. Not the Prius.
Dude, it was nice, man. It was just fun. I love cruise control
Cruise control is nice.
because I hate having to like keep my foot in that exact angle that just about hurts after. I'm not American enough, so my foot is not used to being in that angle like there permanently for
Yeah.
like hours at a time.
Sure.
I wish I was. I wish I had.
I'm gonna be honest. I have never known what cruise control is.
It's basically you go up to a certain speed,
And then you press, like,
you
capture
press,
button
and then
or
you
something.
and then you press a button or something, and then the car basically remembers what the speed is and maintains that speed without you putting your foot in the
Yeah.
accelerator.
Oh.
And then there'll normally be a plus or a minus on the wheel, so you're like, 70's not fast
Yeah,
enough.
I
I'll do
go a
75.
little bit faster.
And then you bump it up 75,
Oh.
and it'll just do that speed for you.
So,
So
you
it's-
can basically just sit there with
so
your
it's
foot
just
feet
au-
flat on the ground.
So it's just autoplay?
It's like auto accelerate in Mario Kart.
Right,
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
And then like in this car, if you got close to another car, it would like slow you down.
because I always hear.
But it would remember the speed.
This you can tell I have never owned a car in my life because this is there's so many like terminology where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna pretend I know what that means because I hear it everywhere and I just never bothered to look it up.
Of course,
I don't know how to change the oil in my car. Don't know how to do that.
I don't know how to do that.
Don't know how to do anything to do with like car related stuff.
Me neither.
Aside from maybe I tried to change a tire once and
you're ahead of me. I've never owned a car either, so I don't know. I've only driven my mum's car. That's it.
Yes, same here.
You know, my dad is a car specialist, so he does all the car shit in the house. I'm just like, it's up to you, bro.
It's just nice because when you're on the highway for a couple of hours, you can just set the speed you need.
Oh yeah. No, cruise control is so
focus
handy once
on
you learn
doing
how to
everything
use
else.
it.
It's fun. I like driving around Japan.
You ever wonder when you're gonna get your dad knowledge?
I don't think we're gonna get it.
I don't think I'm ever gonna get my dad knowledge because I think it's just a generational.
Is it a generational thing?
Yeah. Because like, you know,
man.
my dad knows how to do all of this like handyman stuff that I guess he just kind of learned along the way because back then I guess every dude knew how to learn.
My dad
learn how
renovated the entire house on his own.
Yeah, my dad like
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
All the everything.
There is so much gap in my knowledge that you realize when talking to any dads or any uncles. I'm like, how do you know this stuff? When am I gonna get that?
Well, it's because they didn't have games that distracted us.
Yeah, they didn't have distractions.
Games.
Yeah, well,
I'm sure if I had no video games, I would learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, our dad's generation is literally like while you were slaving away, grinding those levels, I was learning the way of the blade.
Yeah.
Like I was learning the life skills that I needed.
People our age right now, late 20s, early 30s. Do you have dad knowledge? Where did you get your dad knowledge? Or do you still look at your dad and think, how the fuck does my dad know all this stuff?
Okay, you know how to use like basic tools, right? Like you know how to use like a screwdriver or like a hammer or a drill.
Yes.
Where did you learn that? Did
Your
your dad teach you that?
I mean, it's a fucking screwdriver, Joey. it's a hammer, Joey. I don't think there's ever been a fucking instruction manual to learn how to fucking screw something in.
Resume.
No, but you know what I mean, like the basic like construction stuff. Like when did you learn that? Or is that just instinctual?
IKEA.
I mean, I don't think IKEA is akin to doing certain most DIY.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I think DIY is a lot
do you know
harder.
what? Do you know what I think our dad knowledge might be? Just like fucking fixing computers. Or just like computer shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you know what I
I don't even
realized?
know how to do that.
Joey.
Yeah, Joey doesn't know how to.
I don't know how to do that.
Because sometimes my nephew, they ask me stuff to help about their computers and software and stuff. I'm like, how the fuck do you not know this? How the fuck do you not know the inner workings of a computer and how to program stuff? And it's because I've realized a lot of the times the software is now so user friendly and so clean that a lot of the younger generation that I've interacted with, they have not needed to learn how to properly learn the inner workings of the computer, of the machine. And on the other side of things, you also have my parents who still don't know how to work a fucking computer. So maybe we're just going to be the last generation that actually knows how to build a computer. Yeah, someone has to know. Our dad knowledge has to go somewhere.
They won't know how to do it anymore. The
like
computers
the
just exist.
arts
Yeah, the dying art.
You don't know how.
Yeah. I don't know how to change the oil, but do you need me to change the RAM on your computer? Do you need me to?
I think I could change the oil.
You think you can change oil?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I would just watch a YouTube guide and I'd be like, all right,
I'm sure it's easier to do, but without a guide, I wouldn't even know how.
But I think that's the.
I'd open the front of the car and I'd be like, well, I'm fucked.
But I think
what's anything?
I think you can do a lot of simple things on your own, but most people just don't want to.
Right.
But I think that shit's probably not too bad.
I mean, maybe it's just
it's like, are you willing to fuck it up, and are you willing to whatever you are DIYing to can you afford it to go wrong?
Yeah.
So I think that's the biggest thing, because I think for a lot of people it's like an oil change, for example, you just need to get that right.
Yeah.
But I feel
there's places you can go to that'll do it for you.
But I don't know, what if you're trying to install, I don't know, a new curtain rail? It's maybe you can. That's pretty fine for you to fuck that up and learn how to get it right, you know?
Yeah.
I think there's certain things it depends, and how expensive it is to fuck up.
Right.
Like maybe fucking up the wiring in your house is not worth the risk. You're like, I'll just get an electrician to do this. I don't want. This is not and dangerous. I should not do this myself.
Right.
But
Yeah, I think what's lost with our generation is just this maybe this willingness to be like, fuck it, I'll just do it. What's the worst that could happen? And now it's just like, yeah, I'd rather just find a specialist.
Yeah,
to do it,
in this
I don't
economy,
trust
dog.
myself.
I don't trust myself in this
I
economy.
won't trust myself with doing the wiring of my own house or some shit like that.
Nah.
Fuck that shit.
I've seen those videos where people fucking electrocute themselves. Like, I'm not. I've been on Reddit.
yeah, I wouldn't fuck with that or plumbing.
Nah.
I would want to learn from someone who knows.
I've
what
just
they're
seen
doing.
too many like fail videos on that shit. I'm like, I don't want to be included in that compilation.
Whenever I watch the videos of like, this is a great DIY plumbing trick, and then I'll open up the comments, and every plumber in the world will be screaming at them, "Please don't do this! You'll ruin your house." And you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Was it the trick to like clear your pipe or something? And most of the time it's just like, you have like a 50% chance that your pipe will just burst.
Yeah,
Because you're putting so much
It's like,
fucking
hey,
pressure.
plumber here, don't do this. It will destroy every pipe in your house. You're like, oh,
It's like sick.
okay, all right, okay.
Hey, the water goes down now.
Yeah, you're like, okay, thanks. What the fuck?
I can flush my toilet now.
Yeah, so not
Yeah.
the best,
Yeah.
but it is what it is. Well, I reckon we'll get there. We just need time. We're too busy podcasting and YouTubing and shit.
Yo, if our kids need knowledge on like camera equipment,
Yeah.
on how
yeah.
to, on
If
how
they
to start a
wanna
podcast,
Hit the nay and make a TikTok. I'm there.
I'm there.
I'm there.
You want to open up an Instagram account? I got you.
do you get family members or like your cousins or ask you how to like start a YouTube channel now? 'Cause I've been starting to get that.
No.
I do get it, but it's kind of like, they're like, no, I want good equipment. I'm like, use your phone.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Yeah.
no, I want that good equipment. I'm like, all right, well, so they're like, I wanted to look how yours looks. I'm like, all right, so this costs this much. This costs this much. Like, I think I'll use the phone.
Yeah.
And then there's not really that
fine.
much to, as much as there's a lot that goes into it. Like the beginner YouTube now, you just use your phone. There's a lot of great editing softwares that are free.
Also, most phones can take like 4K 60 FPS as well. So it's
Also,
like,
do you think an 11-year-old should be thinking about starting a YouTube channel?
No.
Because I had my 11-year-old nephew ask me how to
I
start.
think
If they
he
wanna-
should do it to get it out of his system.
Get out of the system.
Let him have a crack at it. Let him realize it sucks, and then
break the dream
Yeah.
early.
don't let him think what if. Don't let him have that.
Yeah. If they want to just do it for like fun, or they want to like just do it because just get it out of their system. Just make them make what they want to make, and then
It's like partying. Let him party.
Let him
Let
party.
him YouTube.
Yeah.
Let him TikTok.
they'll get over it. They'll get bored of it in a couple of months, and then they'll ask you for something else.
And-
Okay, now be a doctor now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go study
Now get an actual job.
Yeah.
Become a plumber and then vlog plumbing activities.
Yeah.
This client was actually really difficult to work with. They wanted me to change their
and
pipes.
make guides that actually work.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what we need.
Well, that's the new strat. Is just get a normal job and then make TikToks about your normal job.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting to watch.
Yeah.
Because of course I want to know what a plumber does.
Yeah.
I want to know what a guy who mows. That guy who cuts people's grass for free. See those goddamn TikToks all the fucking time.
And it's the most satisfying shit.
And I
in the
watch
world.
it every time
Yeah.
because I love watching the grass be cut.
And it's always like, I had a client that thought he can pay.
Yeah.
That
He tried to shortchange me. And,
thought it change me. And what's important is the responsibility and the reliability.
The moment the
Because
time
client
lapse
came
starts, I'm sat. Like I'm sitting through
locked
that
in, locked in.
back. And what I realized is maybe the entire world does like slice of life content.
We do.
Maybe just not always in anime form.
We
you know?
do,
Like,
we do. Yeah, I
shit. The real life slice of life
It's
meta's popping off.
the meat. I don't want to see the in between the negotiating. I just want to see. Just show me the time lapse.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
Yeah. My favorite ones are like the just the story of it's really morbid, but just hearing about the crime scene cleaners. Have you seen those
But
shorts
you're probably
where-
more susceptible to them because you live in a house with Sydney.
Yes, I am definitely more susceptible to them. It's just someone talking about in the most like monotone voice, someone just describing the most horrific scene they had to clean up. Just being like, I had to clean up the brains of this one scene, and
I'd always have a thing that'd be like, and I use my classic triple 3 brush. We all know it. And they'll always have like the thing that they reference that you're like, yeah, of course.
Or where they're just like weirdly blatantly sponsored for some weird thing. It's like, I use the Scrub Daddy to get rid of these brain stains.
I actually think I have seen a crime scene cleaners mention Scrub Daddy before, actually. Like, unironically.
I mean,
Because they're good.
It's
I have a Scrub
hard when
Daddy
it's
at
cold
home.
and it's soft when it's hot.
Dude, I have a Scrub Daddy at home and it's the best. Shout out Scrub Daddy.
I do
Please
not have a Scrub Daddy. I would like to try.
You should. It's great.
It looks great.
Yeah.
I like the idea.
I mean, is Scrub Daddy available anywhere outside of America? Because I've only seen it in America.
Yeah, we bought ours in Japan.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay,
They
damn.
have it at the. They have it at the. I think. No. We bought ours at Costco. That's right.
Dude, it's Costco.
Yeah. It was like a pack of like 20 at Costco.
Man, Costco's so good.
Damn, I can never not look at the Scrub Daddy and not think of the...
The potato smileys.
Are they still a thing?
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
I
they
love
are.
those fucking...
They're the best.
I haven't seen them for years.
Because you're an adult. God.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it doesn't.
and you're not going-
Because when you're at the.
When was the last time you went to the frozen food aisle?
Yeah, when you're at the supermarket, it's not the first thing that pops into your mind anymore.
Yep, okay.
And also,
Like,
do they have them in Japan? I don't think they have them in Japan.
Yeah, they have them in Japan.
The smiley face?
a
Wow.
smiley face
Yeah,
ones?
they have 'em.
Universal. Some things are beyond culture.
have 'em.
Is this... Are you sure about that? Because I swear I don't see these anymore.
I've definitely
I-
bought them before.
You have definitely bought them before?
And I ate them, and I'm like, damn, they don't taste as good as when I
Because
was a kid.
Scooby Daddy.
I was thinking
Daddy.
there are some foods that I'm like, damn, I had this so much as a kid, and then you grow older and you just kind of like phase out of it. And I'm wondering if there's still a thing. Like, when was the last time, did you have in Australia, did you have fish fingers?
Yeah.
When was the last time you had a fish finger?
Oh fuck! It's like 8. I think that, like once you get to maybe like 10 years old.
University, I would buy the frozen fish fingers and just fucking eat them.
Oh really? Well, I mean, I was living at home.
Struggle meals.
Is fish fingers a struggle meal?
I had just a
suppose it
plate of
is.
fish fingers with mayo. So yeah, I think that's a struggle meal.
Yeah, that's a struggle meal.
Oh, they were good though.
They were good.
I love a good struggle meal. I think a
I
struggle
mean,
meal.
fish fingers were good, and I'm like, damn, whatever happened to them? Did we just like...
No,
fade-
they're definitely around. Again, it's just like when you're a kid and you go into a supermarket, there are just those things that immediately catch your eye, like the fish fingers, like the potato smileys, right? But as an adult now, you're just like, oh fuck, this milk is 20 cents cheaper than this milk. Like, you know, your palate becomes boring.
Yeah, but like when you... Okay, let's say you have kids, right? You're going to start buying fish fingers again? Because I had fish fingers as a kid.
Yeah, but for me, I'll be like, honey, let's get fish fingers for the kids, and I'm like, I'm not giving it to you, fuckers. That's for me, baby.
I miss oven pizza. I used to eat oven pizza all the fucking time.
The oven pizza?
Yeah, you know when you have the frozen pizza and you just put it in the oven.
Oh
for
yeah,
like 10 minutes.
I mean, dude,
love
I
those.
sometimes get those.
Those are
they have
those
good
never
ones
got
in
phased
Japan?
out.
They're okay. Some of them are
Really? Yeah,
okay.
'cause I just gave up when I came to Japan. I was like, they don't got it. And when they do have it, it's tiny.
It's like
It
that
used to
big.
be like that one was perfect. Like
Yeah.
a perfect size. Feel like, all right, it's good.
right.
I mean, I wouldn't even call that a struggle meal. That's just a good meal.
That's a great
I still go
So
to
good.
England, and every time I'm in England, I normally have at least one oven pizza one
So
of the
good.
nights that I'm
Yeah.
there.
When you got enough drinks in you sometimes and you're just at home and you're like, man, I'm kind of hungry. You just open up that
Yeah.
freezer and it's just smiling back at you. And you're like,
Yeah.
it's time to crack open this bitch. That's the best meal you have at like 2 in the morning.
Sure,
Fuck
sure.
yes, fuck
Hell
yes.
yeah, dude. Yeah, you should buy Scrub Daddy. You can get them in Japan now.
I guess I got to get them.
Village
I guess-
Vanguard has Scrub Daddies apparently.
I
guess I
don't,
gotta.
I don't go to Village Vanguard.
Well, now you will. To get the Scrub Daddy.
Village Vanguard is a store in Japan where they just sell weird stuff.
It's the
It's
best.
kind of Don Quixote, but maybe a bit more premium.
It's Don Quixote. If it's Don Quixote,
I feel like there's a
but
bit better stuff.
it's
than-
a hipster Don Quixote.
yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
That's the only way to describe
Don Quixote is just I will never understand how people spend money in Don Quixote because I've never once gone into a Don Quixote and thought, wow, I want to buy this. It's all
Well,
just kind of like junk.
no, that's not true. I sometimes, if I'm on my way home and I just kind of want to kill time, I would just walk into a Don Quixote and then maybe pick up a couple of things. Like Don Quixote isn't the
Like,
type
what
of
would you
store.
get? What would you get normally? Like, what was the last couple of things you bought at Don Quixote, if you can remember? Just because, like, I don't know what people buy there.
Last couple of things I bought,
I don't know,
bought.
but that's just Don Quixote. It's shit
You don't want,
need.
don't need.
It's shit you don't need until you go there and you're like, well, this might be useful.
You know, weirdly enough, I actually go to Don Quixote. Most of the things I buy in Don Quixote is food.
Really?
Yeah, because there are sometimes, like for example, like honey. The honey that you buy in Japan, right? I mean, it's not the best honey, like quality wise.
Really,
you know, it's aight.
Yeah.
It's good quality honey.
Australian honey.
Oh, okay.
It's good quality honey.
I'm using Mudan's honey.
What, he fucking cultivates his own honey, does he?
Mudan's mum is a beekeeper, and he gave me a jar of,
What?
of honey. Yeah, I was like, this is sick. And the best thing about honey is that it fucking lasts like forever.
Oh, thanks, Mudan. I want
So
some.
I've been going, man. I used to get one for Joey.
Yeah.
But yeah, Don Quixote has like honey in the food sections, but the content is way bigger because the honey that you get in Japanese supermarkets is so small, and it's like
Never thought to go to buy honey. That's
yeah,
crazy.
and they actually have like
Yeah.
big jars of honey there
Yeah.
for like a pretty affordable price. So like we go and buy like honey there. Like they have way more variety of chips at Don Quixote as well.
Huh.
Just like and the drinks as well. Way more variety there.
I'll go there and I'll be like, huh, that's neat, but I don't want to buy it. Like, I think that's like half of what I do there.
Yeah.
And I often just don't want to carry things. So if I like something, I'll be like, I'll buy that later and then online. And then I never do.
Oh right, yeah.
I mean, that's just my shopping experience. You're like, ah.
But
I
do
don't
you
wanna
have a
carry-
Don Quixote
Yeah.
near your house? Or
Yeah.
is it kind of out of the way?
Yeah, really big one.
Oh.
Near me.
Wow, you
I
should
won't
be-
say which one, but
You should be utilizing that more, man.
I should, but every time I go in there, I'm like, nah, I don't really need a body soap I've never heard of.
Right.
I don't really want Halloween costumes
Yeah,
that
but
look weird.
I feel like you're just not an impulse buyer.
Yeah.
I guess so. I really don't.
What was the last thing you did an impulse buy? That's not like equipment or work related.
Yeah. Just purely for
just
enjoyment.
an impulse buy. Because I'm not really an impulse buyer either, but
I don't
I
think
definitely
I-
know people. Sydney is the complete opposite of me, where she is the impulse buyer.
Women.
I mean, Sydney's quite impulsive.
I mean, look, Aki's the same. So I can say that.
I mean,
boys. Am I wrong?
boys.
Yes.
No. What I
Not
noticed-
all women
what-
are impulse buyers.
Not all
guys.
women are impulse
I'm joking.
buyers.
I'm joking.
Just
But-
most of them.
yeah.
But definitely the ones in my experience that
Yep.
I have been friends with
Yep.
and I'm currently in a relationship with.
Yep.
I notice when boys impulse buy, it's never like a small thing. It's got to be a fucking big, expensive thing.
No,
Like
yes,
a
yes.
$3,000 coffee machine.
Exactly.
Yeah, yesterday I impulse bought fucking $150 Lego set.
See, this is boy impulse
That's
buy.
that's boy impulse
yeah,
buying.
like girls, like with Sydney, she'll impulse buy. Oh, you know,
Small little things, right?
She has like small little things, right? But with like
Yeah.
big things, they never like she'll like think about it. And with me, with small little things, I'm always like, I'm like, oh, maybe I'll buy it later.
Yeah.
Never buy it later. Meanwhile, I see one Vespa that one time, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm getting a Vespa.
Yeah, my PS5 was an impulse buy.
I can't think of the last thing I impulse bought. I can't think of the last thing I bought that wasn't food. Like I can't think of the last time I went into a store and just bought something. I just don't buy things in stores.
you need to go shopping more, man.
Well, like I don't buy clothes. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. You know, because living in Japan it really does change your brain. Because the moment I see something that I buy, I'm like, how am I going to dispose of this?
Oh.
I'm like, how am I going to get rid of this?
I'm the same.
Because
Yeah.
like I'm like and like Japan,
when it comes to big things,
Japan does that to you.
Yeah.
Like you completely change your thinking because everything you suddenly buy now becomes a burden of how to dispose of it eventually. You're like,
I don't think about that.
really? Fuck.
Very rarely.
When it comes
I guess that's why my office
when
is a
it
fucking
comes-
junkyard.
Yeah, when it
Yeah,
comes to
probably,
big
probably.
appliances, I
Or
definitely-
anything electronic, I'm like, I gotta really want this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because if I eventually don't need it, it becomes such a pain to get rid of
Yeah.
or sell that I'm like, like the treadmill that I had in my apartment for a year, I didn't use because it was a shit treadmill, and I couldn't even get rid of it, and so I sold it to some to a French YouTuber in Tokyo who then had to pay another guy at the flea market. He paid the guy 1,000 yen to take it off him.
Right.
Shout out to that guy.
Shout out.
He took it off my hands. You're a legend. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I forgot what your name is. But I mean, I just don't buy things. I'm not an impulse buyer. And if I think I really want it, I'm like, if I really want it, I'll really want it when I get home and I'll buy it online.
That's the sensible thing to do.
Because when
guess.
when I travel around Japan, maybe there'll be something that's like when I was in Onamichi, I was looking at these like craft like little snacks, and I was like, oh, that looks cool. That'd be like kind of a nice snack. And I was like, no, I actually don't need it. And then I looked online if they sold it on like Amazon or something, and they did, and I was like, oh,
I don't want it anymore.
Yeah, I'm like, I thought it was a cool little local thing.
Yeah.
Turns out they just sell it on Amazon. You know, and I was like, I don't really want it now.
I think you're just too reliant on Amazon.
Well, no. As in like, I thought this was like a cool little local thing I was getting.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was just a thing that just ships. It's everywhere in Japan and Amazon. I was like, I'm kind of chill.
Yeah,
now.
but you can say you got it at that.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know?
I guess
sometimes it's just about the memory.
Yeah, I wanted
getting
them to feel like this is a thing that I got because I was in the right place at the right time, and I can have that memory. To be fair, like coffee beans is the only thing I do that with. So I'm like, I'll get, you know, when I travel around Japan or anywhere, I'll buy coffee beans that I really, if I had a really nice coffee at like a roastery or something, I'll get coffee beans. Then I'm like, all right, I remember this. These are the beans I had in this place. I'm like, this is good shit. That's about it. That's the only impulse buy I do is coffee beans. But I mean, is it an impulse buy? Because I'm like, I don't know. I was gonna buy those anyway.
Yeah, you're
just constantly searching for it.
Yeah, that's not an impulse buy. That's just feeding an addiction.
I guess I just an impulse buy.
I mean, I rarely impulse buy, to be fair. But
to be fair, I think we're confusing it. Like, you don't have to impulse buy. Like, it's not like a thing
But I
that's
feel like I should want to buy some stuff.
Well, what are you into, other than coffee?
It's not much, really.
work, innit?
Work, yeah.
Damn, bro.
Beers with the boys.
I think you just need a hobby.
Cycling. But then you could have
That is a hobby.
There's only like even like, so, you know, occasionally I'll like, maybe my gym shirt will get like, it'll be like ruined because I'm just a sweaty monster. And then I'll be like, I kind of get excited. I'm like, I get to buy a new gym shirt. and then I'll be like, I'll be really pumped to do exercise again. So I'm like, I got a nice new shirt.
Right.
Or I'm like, I kind of like, I'm praying for the downfall of my running shoes so that I can like, oh, I get to buy a new pair of running shoes.
Right.
But they just keep holding up. And I'm like, these bastards.
They're just so good.
They've lasted me like 4 years. And I'm like, come on, just one hole, something. Come on, help me out here. I want to have that joy of being able to like look for a new pair of running shoes. No. But then I can't, in my head, I'm like, I can't buy a new pair until these break. I can't.
Yeah. I'm totally the same.
And like when you get into like doing that kind of stuff, there's only so much stuff you can buy, like cycling gear. I love buying cycling gear, but I don't need anything.
Yeah.
And then when I need to look, I'm like, I'm not into cycling enough to know where to look to get the best shit too. And that stresses me out. It's hard.
I have the complete opposite problem where I have too many hobbies.
Yeah. Well, it's because your hobbies are more like consumerist hobbies.
Yeah.
Right, it's about like Pokemon cards or whereas none of my hobbies rely on me buying stuff. They're just like, just go run, you know, or like cycle. It's like there's only so many bikes I can buy.
Right. Yeah, that's fair.
You know?
Also, Joey, I feel like you have the collector mentality.
You do have a collector mentality.
I love collecting shit.
Yeah,
it's so fun.
I wish I liked collecting things. I feel like when I collect this stuff, I had fun doing it, but at the same time, I feel like it's a curse. Because you just got to spend.
Yeah, but you can also control it as well. Like, you know, Aki and I collect Pokemon cards, but like, I'm not going out every single day, like dropping, you know, hundreds of dollars on Pokemon cards. Like, I like to, because I know that it's such an expensive hobby for one, but also it's just like a never-ending hobby.
Yeah,
I can take my time with it. So it's like some days I'll go out and be like, I'll look at these cards and be like, oh, you know, I want that card. But I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to buy any today. Like, I just don't feel like it. But then some days I'm like, yo, I'm out to go and get at least 10 cards that I fucking need. And it's nice. It's fun.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Now you're into the virtual.
And now I got the fucking TCG app that just came out today and been addicted to that. Already got 100 cards.
Oh my God.
How much money you spent?
Nothing right now. That's going to change.
We'll see how long that lasts.
That's going to change.
I mean, I guess video games are my main hobby, but then I don't really play many.
That's your job
games.
now.
That's your job.
It's a job, but I love it though. Like I wouldn't want to. If I didn't stream, I would just play video games. You know what I mean? Like,
but when's the last time you played a game that you didn't stream?
I played a lot of Satisfactory offline. To be fair.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're also playing it online. I mean, like start to end. You never once played this on stream.
Yeah.
You just did it because you just wanted some downtime.
Probably like, I don't know. There was definitely something. Maybe Doom Eternal came out like 4 years ago.
Okay.
But
4 years ago.
So it's a job now.
Yeah, but I love it. Like that's what I like.
That's fine. Yeah.
I think if I had like, if I wasn't like my main income, I think I'd still be doing it because I just love. I don't know. I just love doing it.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
fun.
I mean, who doesn't like gaming?
I haven't gamed in like 10 days. I got a game. I'm frothing at the mouth to game.
He's had withdrawals from games.
I am. I want a game.
Withdrawals.
I want a game so bad. It was weird, man, because like I would just be doing shit and I was like, man, it feels good to disconnect for a little while, but at the same time, I'm like, gosh, I want to play fucking games. God, I just want to play games.
He's like, his family like walks in on him like sleeping, and he's like, oh, he's having the gamer dreams.
Quick, someone give him a fucking...
Give him a controller right now.
Give him a controller right now.
He's sweating.
Yeah.
He's having night terrors.
Withdrawals from not gaming enough.
He's been going out too much. No.
He's touched too much grass.
I have touched enough grass for 2 weeks. I'm done touching grass. My touching grass arc is over.
Damn.
No more grass. Just video games for the next month.
Only virtual grass for you.
Yeah, well, it's coming up to like Christmas time. Soonish.
Yeah.
It's coming up to that time of the year where, it's... I like December because it's the time when everyone just like stays in and just fucking plays video games and has nothing to do and they don't know what to do.
Fucking yeah.
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen to that.
I mean, I'll be in Australia, so I'll be sweating fucking balls.
Oh, yeah,
just going out.
Oh, same here. I'm in Thailand.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot
Is it
as
hot
balls.
in Thailand in December?
Yes.
It's always hot in Thailand.
when isn't it hot in Thailand?
January is quite nice.
Oh, it was still pretty hot for January.
Yeah.
I'd say it was nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's the whole cooler side of
The cooler Thailand.
Yeah, the Thailand.
But it was still like 20, over 20.
Yeah, it's about like 26 degrees,
That's perfect.
which
I think
it's like I said, like our winters.
I could only do that in Thailand, I think. I think I can only go in like Jan, Feb. I don't think I can go any other time. I think I would die.
Yeah. I think
I went to Vietnam in July and that was brutal.
Oh.
But it was nice.
Yeah, we have like in Southeast Asia, we have like 1 season or 2 seasons. We have like
Wet
hot.
and not wet.
Yeah. Wet and hot or just hot. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And very, very hot as well.
I guess we're all traveling. Yeah, I'm going to the UK as well, so that'd be fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's fun. UK's fun. I mean, like, Christmas outside of Japan is fun, I think. I think Japan Christmas vibes are just, they're not great. Well, they're not.
Well, it's not a holiday here.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a dating holiday.
Yeah, it's a holiday for couples.
Which is why it's nice to go back home and do Christmas there, because it's so cozy.
Yeah.
Would you say Valentine's Day is a holiday? Because that's what I feel about Japan. It's the same vibe.
It is the same vibe, isn't it? Yeah.
As like a Valentine. How the fuck did Valentine's Day start, actually?
Probably people wanting to sell shit.
Saint Valentine died or some shit, right?
It's like you look at some of... Is it a... I'm going to guess it is.
Well, I think they become a saint after they die.
Yeah,
Okay.
Saint Valentine was executed. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Emperor Claudius II executed 2 men, both named Valentine.
But I think it became like a...
Okay, but when did it become like a commercial holiday?
Oh, I don't know. Probably like
who fucking started that? Probably
Meiji. Yeah. Like the Meiji Chocolate Company, probably.
Mid-1800s.
Mid-1800s. Wow, that's a lot.
Oh.
That's a lot longer than what I thought it was going to be.
But that makes sense, though. Like, why not start selling people shit then? I'm sure there was chocolates and stuff to go around back then.
Yeah, commercialism, bro.
Yeah, you realize a lot of the trends that have happened were just some old business people being like, how do we sell this shit?
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
I find...
that's how Christmas started in Japan.
Well,
the KFC was like, we need to sell chicken.
Yeah.
And that's how it started.
It's so bad as well. The KFC doesn't taste good.
Oh, it's
No.
saucy.
Dude, I filmed this. I was just walking past Wendy's in Japan.
Yeah.
And I was like, I gotta film this. They were selling pasta.
Oh, yeah.
They were selling truffle pasta. It was the worst tasting thing I've ever had in my life. Wendy's was selling truffle
It's because
carbonara
it's Wendy's
pasta.
first kitchen. It's not just Wendy's.
Vile.
It's Wendy's combined with First
Vile.
Kitchen, which like does like pastas and like bentos and stuff.
Vile.
Yeah. I mean, I only go to Wendy's to get the burgers.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, I gotta try this. Truffle on the menu on Wendy's? Are you guys crazy? Know your place. You shouldn't be serving truffle.
It's like, stop trying to act fancy, bro. You're
Dude,
Wendy's.
what's it next? Like Dom Perignon in the menu as well? Like, what the heck, man? Come on. What the heck, dude?
Oh my God.
So bad.
I mean, look, you walked right into that one. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What did you expect?
I mean, I was like, there's a 0.1% chance it could be fire.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
It is never fire.
It's never
Whenever you
fire.
see shit like that, it's too good to
Yeah.
be true.
If the odds are below 1%, it's not going to be fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you just never know.
I don't know.
I mean, I
man.
knew, but I didn't know until I tried.
When have you tried one of those dishes and it actually be fire? Because a lot of those times, a lot of those dishes are just made as literally just a marketing tactic to be like,
come in the store.
Here's a new seasonal thing.
Here's a new seasonal thing. It's going to taste like shit, but
don't worry, it's gone after 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Japan does love that.
Like the amount of fucking cursed pizzas Domino's does here is like insane as well.
Yeah, no, I've eaten most of them.
Yeah, because Aki always does the videos, right?
Yeah, well, Aki does them purely because now Domino's is just like, hey, we got this new pizza. You want it?
Have they ever brought out like a banger that you're like, actually, that's not too bad?
Yeah, the tsundere pizza. It's literally just a pepperoni pizza with a fuck ton of jalapenos on it, and I'm like,
oh, okay,
this is great.
That's amazing.
But in Japan, it's like the equivalent of putting a fucking Carolina Reaper on a pizza because Japanese people don't handle spice.
I had this pizza the other day that was pizza with mushrooms and leek and miso glaze, and it was really good.
Really?
It was actually fire. It was very, very good.
Was it pizza?
Probably not.
It tastes. Yeah, it sounds like someone ordered a cheese pizza and then accidentally spilled miso shiru on it.
It was great. It was honestly, it was honestly good.
Really?
I thought it was great. Was it like, yeah, like you said, I probably wouldn't even put it in the same category as like a pizza.
Yeah.
It was just like a nice little thing.
Fair enough.
It was nice.
What is a pizza? What defines?
Yeah, what is pizza? Oh, I took my parents to the okonomiyaki place we went to.
Oh shit!
Oh, the one in which one?
In
Hiroshima?
Oh
yeah.
So good. It was so good.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
How busy is Hiroshima now in terms of like tourists?
So busy. So busy.
Yeah, I went there last month and it was pretty packed.
It almost felt like more busy than like Osaka at times of like foreign tourists. I don't know if I'm crazy.
I think it's just because it's a smaller city.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely think Osaka has more, but like I felt it a lot more in Hiroshima.
Yeah. Because I had a friend come over from England and he wanted to go to Golden Gai, so I went there the other day and oh my god! I mean, it's kind of weird because it's gotten, I don't know, the vibe is just totally different now, and I've seen it just shift just slightly over the years of just living here for 5 years.
Yeah.
But the more I go there, the more it reminds me of like, I guess, some districts of Thailand that have been like, you know, a kind of like backpackers paradise kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like definitely going more towards like that vibe of things where everything's becoming super like obviously very tourist friendly. Things feel very kind of like a theme park almost.
Yeah,
you know?
very faux. Like, it's like just doesn't feel like a real place.
Yeah, it's super weird seeing it evolve and, you know, seeing the history of this district from, you know, being very, very, you know, friendly to the locals to now it's mostly tourists and foreigners going to Golden Gai now. The explosion of like TikTok and social media has just made, you know, some of Japan kind of like feel very theme parky. It's super fucking weird. So I had to do the strats of that you said last time, which was you know, buy the owner a drink and just ask him to recommend a place. And hopefully you get to some members only place. And it worked. It actually worked. Went to this one fucking bar after, you know, being recommended a bar which was like members, which was members only. And this bar owner was there, and I could tell that the energy was a bit different, right? Because it was like, basically you go in and it's like everything is like 1960s theme.
Yeah.
Everyone who's drinking at this bar is like an old Japanese guy.
Hell yeah.
And so I got talking to this bar member. We were just, you know, having a general chat because I think, obviously, speaking a little bit of Japanese, as soon as you speak a little bit of Japanese, especially old Japanese guys, they either completely close off, they want to know everything, right? So this old guy, we were having this, you know, like friendly chat, and the bar lady comes up to us and she says, "Oh, do you want a picture with him?" And I was like, "Why? You know, whomst is this man?" Yeah. and she says, "Oh, he used to be like a big actor back in the day and all that shit." And I was like, "Oh shit," had no idea, didn't know.
Pull up your IMDb.
Yeah, still did not know who this man's was.
Do you remember his name?
Huh?
Do you remember his name?
So here's the thing. He was like, I used to be, I guess I used to be a voice actor. been in like live action films and been a voice actor before, and starts listing off some anime. Never heard of some of them, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I was in Hunter x Hunter as well."
I know which bar you went to.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, I think it was this one. Yeah.
Was it that one?
Is it kind of a big bar with like there's like another room?
Yeah, there is another room.
Okay, yeah.
Have you been to that bar as well?
Yeah. He also, does he voice?
He voiced Netero.
Oh shit!
Really?
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yes.
Was it, does he, can you bring it up, the guy?
Voice of Netero.
So he was the voice of Netero in the original
The
Hunter
90s
x Hunter.
one.
Yeah, the 90s one back in the day.
Is he the owner of the bar?
I believe he was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he also voice Phoenix Wright, the judge?
Yeah, I think he voices the judge as well. Because he started talking to me, and I was like, I feel he has such a distinctive voice.
Okay, I know the bar you went to.
Yeah.
That bar's sick. I love that.
That is such a sick bar.
Oh, Bunmei Tobayama Bunmei.
Yeah, that's the guy.
I think I
Does he
know
voice
this guy.
Can you check if he voices in Phoenix Wright as well, just to make sure I'm not going crazy?
Yeah, I think he voices in Phoenix. Not the anime, but definitely
maybe he
the game
doesn't.
of Phoenix Wright.
I know the bar you went to. That bar's sick, and it's also weirdly very big.
Yeah,
For Golden Gai.
it has a whole other massive room.
Yeah. Which I only saw when I went to the toilet. And I was like, why is there like a room for 8 back here? There we go. Yeah, okay. I know the bar you went to. Yeah,
There you go.
he's the owner of that bar.
Wow,
Yeah, that bar was really fucking chill. I love that spot.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Last time I went to that bar, I met a bunch of old women from Osaka, and they were great vibes. It was a fun time.
Yeah,
They were just, everyone at the bar was talking to each other. Everyone else buying drinks. It was a great time.
hell yeah.
I think Golden Gai is it's a coin toss of an evening,
It is definitely a coin toss of an evening.
and that's if you have someone who I think speaks a bit of Japanese and can help you get through it. But if you don't speak any Japanese, I think it can work out, but I feel like it works out more than it does. It's rough. I mean, yeah, like you said, I think it's been because I go to Golden Gai quite a lot because I love taking people there. So I think it's a fun. It's easy to have a good let's go to 5 bars in 2.5 hours and let's get you speaking to Japanese people. Let's get involved. It's a very easy thing to do it there because it's kind of the custom to do it there. There are other places where you can do it as well, but it's a very easy place to do it there, and it's close to stuff.
It's a good beginner place, and now it is becoming a lot more English speaking friendly as well in a lot of places that you go to. But yeah, I had no idea this guy just owned a bar there, and sometimes you can meet some really cool people there. Like I talked about the bar I went to previously that had the Killers there, and Guy Ritchie's signature as well. This time, just met a random person in the bar. Turns out, used to be a big person in the acting and the entertainment industry.
That's sick.
And he's just now he's just chilling, owning a bar in Golden Gai.
That's the life goal, isn't it?
That is the life goal. He's actually living what I would love to do.
Yeah. Like once I hit 50, 60, just want to open up a place and just be like, fuck it. This is how I'm going to go for the rest of my life. Just chilling.
Yeah, because there are some bars that, are members only that, a lot of people in the industry go to, or, maybe in the gaming industry or the anime industry. Also, there are some other areas in Tokyo where you just meet a lot of people in the industry as well. Maybe not Golden Gai.
I know a lot of Japanese people that go to Golden Gai have told me that they just like people watching. They just like going there to drink and just watching people just do their thing, be it foreigners or not.
Right.
Which is interesting because I met someone who told me they told me that one of the main FromSoft people goes to that awful karaoke bar on the end where all the foreigners go to.
Oh yeah,
and they just love it because they love just watching fucking foreigners just go at it, like singing karaoke. And I was like, that's so funny.
Have you noticed? I've also noticed, a lot of people go there to try and practice their English as well.
I think it's a great place to language exchange.
Yeah.
There's a couple of establishments like that though, like the Hub.
Hub, I feel is a little
everyone's
different.
favorite. The Hub.
I feel Hub's a tiny bit different. Hub feels a little more datey. I don't know. It feels like there's a
but I think there's also Japanese people who go there just to be hey, there's a lot of foreigners in here all the time.
Yeah,
I want to practice my English.
I mean, you're not going to be able to. I feel have the peak practice hours until after midnight because that's when the committed drinkers. Because before midnight, everyone's still drinking. They'll go home at the train. After midnight, you get all the Japanese people who they're in there for the long haul,
Yeah.
and they're pretty down to socialize.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So it's after midnight, it becomes Japan's like different. It's very different and energy. Golden Gai especially. Golden Gai is like
yeah,
before
the
midnight is very
social
different.
walls get broken down
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
midnight, definitely. Because
That's-
it's like, well, my first train's not in another 4
Yeah,
hours.
Yeah.
Might as well socialize.
It's a different vibe. It's
Yeah.
very, very different. And
For sure.
all the good nights I remember have gone past midnight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I also saw a bar that advertised itself as like a Menhara bar.
What? I mean, I'm not surprised.
Is that a thing in Japan now? That
The main hitter bar?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
How does that work?
I don't know. I don't know.
Are they just like,
genuinely.
really like mean to you the entire time, or
No,
I
I don't know. What do they do? Like a check at the door? They're like, how crazy are you?
yeah. Are you mentally stable?
Yeah.
Do you want to go to a bar where all the barkeeps are not mentally stable?
Yeah.
Well, this is your bar. You know.
Hey man, some people are just into that, and I'm like, you know
Weird.
what? You do you. But as we say in my country, don't stick your dick in crazy. So just watch out.
well, what a good way to end that episode.
Oh my
What a good
God.
note. A good life lesson. to
Life
take
lesson.
home.
Don't
Life
stick your
lessons,
dick
yeah.
in crazy.
Yeah.
Oh,
What else should they do, Joe?
Another life lesson. Hey, look at all these patrons.
Oh
They're
my
following
God, head over
another
there. Head
life
over
lesson,
there.
a trash taste lesson to support us over on our Patreon. Because if you do, like all these lovely people here on the screen right now, then you get to watch weekly exclusive Patreon content. And guess what? We got a brand new one for you guys that you can go watch right after this episode. Mudan, play the clip. The car race.
Oh, we reached the car race.
Oh no. Oh, who's driving? Oh no, it's gone. I try to get the wheel.
Don't worry, guys. I'll drive just like I do in Southeast Asia. It's all good.
He's the most
Oh
qualified driver.
no. Oh no.
All right.
Watch out!
Oh my God, gone.
Jesus Christ!
Gone.
Guys, it's easy. It's easy. No fear. No fear. Don't worry, guys.
Oh my
This is the
God,
most
bro.
chill-
Ain't no way this is
the most
working.
Relaxing drive you could hope for.
No. No. Oh my God. How did he do this? How did he nail it?
How the fuck?
Southeast Asian driving skills, guys. Don't worry. That was the least stressful drive I've had in my life.
But hey, if you want to check that out and support the show in the process, head on over to patreon.com/trashtaste. Also follow us on Twitter, send us some memes on the subreddit, and if you head our face, listen to us on Spotify. And we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.